Hi, hello, we're here. We're playing D&D. We're a little late. That's alright, though, because life happens. We're going to go ahead and go around the room real quick, just sort of give a brief description of who we are and how we felt about being emissaries for the King of the Mountain. So we'll go ahead and get with our group. Hello, peoples, with the things, with the bowl of cereal. We're going to go ahead and go around and sort of just give a brief description of your character and how they are enjoying, or I guess their thoughts on becoming emissaries for the King of the Mountain. We'll go ahead and start with Calrad.
Hi, I'm Calrad Faustin. I am a human wizard. Pretty much out of the academy. I'm pretty excited to be an emissary again, but I'm also kind of worried about it. So, we'll see how it goes.
Alright, next up we have Mercury.
Mercury is a blue tiefling cleric, orc domain. I think he's a little apprehensive about the whole thing because he's not really someone to get involved in sort of major political situations, but his relationship with Valhoric is moving in a way that seems like they might be profiting soon, so he's down to play it out for the time being.
And the last emissary of the group, Mr. Bahoric.
Hello. Valhoric is a lighter blue tiefling bard, and he's in it for the story, trying to write the best story, be remembered in history for that. Being an emissary just adds to it. So traveling around being like, I work for this king because I'm cooler than you, makes total sense. He's on board.
That checks out. And then last but not least, the one that declined the emissary position, Dalrin.
I'm Dalrin, Deep Basher. Fighter. And if I had a nickel for every king that offered me a position on a council or in their guard or as an emissary, I'd be very rich. Care about that. Care about the. You all can be your emissaries. I will be selling handmade, tightly woven baskets.
Capitalism.
At its finest. So once we left off, you guys were discussing which city to go to next to find some aid for this battle as you guys are trying to win back the city under the mountain. You guys did make the decision for Valoran, and the fastest way to get there was going to be by ship. You guys went and began your 8-day sail to Valoran. When you guys began, about the 4th day, you guys were enticed by a song that began to play. Dalaran was incapacitated by this sound for a few rounds, while the rest of you guys frantically did battle with a siren near the Emerald Sound. But as the combat began to dwindle down, Dalaran was able to break free from the song and make the killing blow, as obviously magic doesn't exist because he didn't see any of it.
And we were all tossing it.
But you guys did just finish up the battle with the sirens and continue on the next portion of the day. And that is where we left off. You guys are still roughly about 3 days away from Valoran.
So I forgot from last time, but everybody that was under the influence of the sirens, is the captain involved too?
Yes. It was mostly, if not all, the crewmen, including the captain and Dalaran.
It seemed like as soon as we killed them, they came out of it.
Yep. And you did scavenge a claw from one of the sirens, as well as a couple of feathers as well.
Can I approach the captain? Where is he in relation to us?
Roll a perception check to see if you can see him.
17.
17. You do see him up top next to the wheel as he is barking orders, trying to get the ship back in order, as the ship was sort of free sailing without anyone taking care of the ship while the combat ensued. So you do hear him barking orders with the sail and stuff like that. They did just put a siren on the mainsail with the wing spread as a warning to any other sirens or other people that, hey, they mess with us and they got the bad end of it. But you do see him up there barking orders and yelling towards the crew down below where you guys are.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up there.
As he continues, tighten up the mainsail. We gotta make some time up. Yes. What can I help you with? Is he sort of in between barking orders?
So, I mean, you got a plan in case more of those things show up? I mean, you're gonna show off their body to the rest of them. I mean, that didn't really go that well to be super confident right now.
I mean, it went as well as we could have hoped. I know that's not.
Definitely hope better.
I mean, I mean, we defeated 2 of them. There were no deaths. I think it's the best we could have hoped for.
Yeah, and there were 3 of us not under her influence.
Well, there is a tale that if you fall on it once, you have time before you've fallen under it again.
Right.
So hopefully within that duration, if we are attacked again, then we don't have to worry about it, besides maybe the 3 of you who succeeded on it.
All right. I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna hang up a corpse for the rest of them to see as a warning, maybe, I don't know, there could be more things we could do to prepare for this. Because I feel like you're kind of asking for a round 2, and I don't want to be involved.
I mean, you're probably right. I'm gonna have a meeting with my captains of this ship and make sure that they are properly taken care of.
Look, if another one shows up, I'm not going to stand here, obviously. I just want to make sure that we're not asking for more of them to show up, because, again, I don't want to do that again.
Duly
But
noted.
if you want to decorate your ship, go for it. And I'll walk away.
All right. He has understood your concern. The rest of you, how are you guys recuperating from said combat?
I'm fine, so I'm just hanging out. I didn't take any damage. So I'm probably checking on everybody else though, just to make sure like nobody's crazy. I don't have to cut anybody with a feather somehow. You know, that kind of stuff.
You know, good old feather knife. It's my favorite spell.
True. Go ahead and check through people, and everyone seems to be back in their right mind. No one seems to have had any continual effects after dealing with the sirens. You guys continue to sail. As you come to the end of the day, you guys are about 2.5 day journeys away from Valoran. But you guys do come up to the little triangle where the channel goes to Valoran, or it can go up towards the Arsenic Isles, or southeast towards the Emerald Sound. You see the captain is sort of paying attention, looking for something in particular. As he sort of looks around, you do see a couple lieutenants kind of walk up to him, and they had a small hushed conversation, and then they begin to run down and change the sails accordingly to whatever conversation was being had. They do begin to turn the boat towards Valoran and continue on pace. Is there anything you guys want to do before you guys get your long rest in for the evening?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You guys get your long rest. You guys are full HP, spell slots, hit dice back up to full, abilities, all that full jazz. It is a peaceful day. You have the storm that's still overhead, makes it for a little bit of rougher sailing. But you guys are continue to push through nonetheless. The next couple of days go by, and you're about a day away from Valoran. The captain sort of walks up to the group of you. So, you guys going to Valoran on political business, or?
You could say political business. Actually, yeah, it is political business.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anything good I should know?
That you should know? No.
I think we're good. Like, there's people that we need to see in town and talk to. It's a kind of more specific need to know than just tossing it around.
Fair enough.
Official business and all that.
Like, with all due respect, I'm not trying to say, like, get out of here or anything like that. Like, just...
Your business is your own. I was just curious if the world was ending.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Depends on your outlook. Are you a mountain half full or mountain half empty kind of guy?
I prefer to be a tall glass of something.
Then the world's at an end.
There's no glasses here. Sorry.
Truly a sad day. Well, we'll be arriving in about a day's time, so we should be there hopefully just after the storm breaks. And we'll be in town for a couple of days. If you guys need us, we'll be docked, making sure the boat's taken care of properly. So if you guys need any more transportation for any reason, please feel free to let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate the offer, and if you're still there when we need to leave, we'll come find you.
Perfect. He sort of pats his leg and then goes ahead and stands up and begins to stroll out of the room. It is the storm is beginning to calm down. It's still raining, but the sea has calmed. It's almost relaxing as you hear the sound of the water sort of hitting the deck above, and a smooth sail. Anything you guys like to do in the last day of preparation before hitting Valoran?
I would like to go find Valhori.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Be like, how much have you written? We've had plenty of time. I imagine you've had something to jot down.
I've got... got a decent amount. You know,
What's a decent amount?
No, it's rough drafts and scribblings and a couple like solid chapters have been written. Like these are good to go, been edited through.
So the book's almost done?
Define almost.
Like, capable of being sold to other people for money that you owe?
Not yet.
Understand.
I mean, let me ask you. I'll ask you the same thing that I asked the captain. Are you a mountain half full or a mountain half full empty kind of guy?
I'm a you owe a lot of money kind of guy.
Oh yeah. Definitely a lot of people. But I think this. The problem here is that I had a lot going on for me story wise until all of this started, and I feel like everything that we've done since we got to the city under the mountain is a infinitely better book than what I had already had written. So, kind of put the other book on the back burner, see where this goes, because this would be a better book.
So this book's going to be done faster?
If I say yes, will you think I'm lying?
Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah.
Alright, so just like opposed checks or?
Yeah, it'll be his deception versus your insight.
Okay. 11.
27.
Yeah.
Expertise in.
Alright, 6. Sounds like a plan. High five.
All right. Oh, also, here you go. Since I couldn't seem to get the rest of your cards back, here, I just hand you my full deck. There you go.
Cool. I'm not going to use it, and I'll just throw it back to him.
Well, that's the thing. All right.
Yeah, cool.
All right. As you guys get about a half day journey from Valor, you can begin to see the city of Valor as there are two large statues that flank the port. As heroes that were able to help take over this area and for a conquest to more or less settle Valoran as the city that it has become. You do see the docks. There is a rather extremely large dock. They have 20, 30 large boats awaiting in the port. You do see there are multiple military boats as well for the Navy for this city. But you definitely can see there are some spots available for newcomers, obviously. Even though there are about anywhere between 20 and 30 boats and the Navy sort of docked, the dock is about probably a third empty still. Definitely a huge city that definitely takes in a lot of newcomers and trading and all this other stuff. You, the captain or someone from the Crow's Nest shouts out, "We have Valoran about 12 hours away." The captain sort of nods. Well, we should be there in 12 hours, obviously, and we'll bid you adieu. We do have some, like I said, some business in town, but you guys there were very capable, and I can't thank you enough for saving my ship and my crew. So as long as this next trip that you guys would like isn't completely across the world, then it's on me.
It's on him.
That
Free
is
taxis, like-
that is what I said.
Are we all in the same room right now?
As of this point, you guys are sort of just on the deck,
Okay.
but you guys could all reside to the room if you guys want to have a private conversation.
I mean, I don't know if we have to go private about it. Do we have a plan for what happens when we get to Valorant? I know our mission is to go make allies, but did we have a destination in mind?
I guess we're going to the king. I don't know. Get whoever we can, really. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, no use in beating around the bush, I guess. Let's just go straight to the top.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, step 1, we hit dry land. Step 2, we stretch out, because dry land's going to feel weird. Step 3, we just walk straight into whatever governing body runs this town and tell them, listen here. We are diplomats on an important mission, and you will hear us out. Because that's got to be a good way to start that conversation, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work great.
Yeah. Step 4 is actually a two-parter. Step 4A is explain the plan. Step 4B is answer any questions they have about the plan. Step 5, profit.
Seems like a lot more steps than normal, but okay.
I thought about it.
Good luck with all that.
Well, you not coming?
I'll be there, as in I will be in the same room. But you see the plight of being an emissary, just not into it.
You don't believe in magic. You don't believe in titles. What do you believe in? Now.
The sharpness of my axe.
And his elbow.
Well, that elbow.
My bow.
And my axe.
Yeah.
He's just that one person.
Dowrin, you are aware that being the only dwarf in the party, not being on board with the situation is not going to help us?
Yeah.
Make a point, Dal.
Awesome. Just as long as we're on the same page.
I think you knew what you were getting into when you met me.
Yeah.
The stories I've turned down multiple positions.
I know. I just wanted to check in. Maybe you changed your mind. I don't know. It was a long trip.
This guy, I'm too good for your titles. I ain't gonna be tied down. You can't make me any sort of puppet. Magic ain't real. So
Now you're starting to make some sort of sense, finally. The first thing you've ever said that makes sense.
all happen to be sarcastic.
Oh.
I don't think he believes in that either, by the way. So
Yeah, sarcasm is witchcraft, all right?
Sarcasm is witchcraft. Oh. My bad.
Sarcasm is just another word for a lie.
Yeah. Dishonesty.
You guys continue just the rest of your ship life, gather your things, make sure that you guys are prepared. As it comes to nightfall, you guys have made dock in Valorant.
All right, so to the rest of the party, I think I left a step off of the plan when I gave you the plan earlier. So let's just add, call it a step 0, call it step 1, and then adjust accordingly. However it makes sense to you. Step 0. We get a drink.
do we have to get off the boat first to get a drink, or are we getting a drink on the boat? Are we doing it before or after the stretching too?
Yeah, we
So-
do road beers. We going somewhere and like having a party. Like this.
I think. Shit,
I'm just trying to follow your plan. 'Cause get off the boat, stretch out, and then go wherever.
So, okay.
What we could do is add a drink to one of your rules, and then your numbering system is fine.
Yes. So, get off the boat. Step 2, stretch out, get a drink. Step 3, on, stays the same. Y'all remember what I said. I don't have to go over it.
But like for the kids in the back, if you wanted.
Yeah, what if Dalaran doesn't believe in lists? Like,
Yeah, he doesn't believe in anything. He doesn't believe in plans. He doesn't believe in lists. He doesn't believe in.
he just
titles
believes
or-
in axes and elbows. So
He believes in axes, elbows, and his
Hey.
surprisingly well-woven baskets.
Axes and elbows is a new game I'm working on. Okay.
Dude, new band name.
Trademark.
Axes and elbows. This is the dirtiest breakdowns anybody's ever heard. So step 1, get off the boat. Step 2, stretch it out, get a drink. Step 3,
profit.
Go to the-
Got it.
go to the governing body. Step 4A, explain everything. Step 4B, answer any questions they have. Step 5, profit. There we go. I knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
exercise was definitely for all of us and not for you.
Exactly.
Step 1 and 2 are easily enough to be completed. You guys sort of get off the boat and get a stretch. There are multiple taverns and multiple inns within the city of Valoran. There is one inn and a tavern. There's sort of like a 2-for-1 deal. That is just off the docks. Called Lynx's Ship. Yes.
I like it. I'm just gonna walk in. Like if we're walking down the road, I see it. I'm just gonna kind of go and duck in.
Yeah, and Lynx's Ship is actually a boat that's been made into a building. It's a rather large boat, about as large as the one you guys were just riding on. But the entrance is obviously on the bottom of the ship, where the whole bottom has been more or less carved out and made into a bar, and then the upper decks have been made into places to reside for the evening for the inn. You do hear there is a bard playing the lute in the corner, just sort of strumming next to the hearth. As you guys go ahead and you do see, it is a pretty busy evening inside of Lynx's ship. Multiple different races, mostly human, but you do see there are an assortment of different races here. But you do see there are about 4 or 5 bartenders just behind the counter, and a couple of servers that are running back and forth between tables. As you can also see, there is a back area, a kitchen, and you do see a couple of chefs sort of cooking whatever back there. It definitely smells of some sort of meat is being cooked, and you can also just sort of get the smell of stale ale that's probably been stained all over all over the floor.
Before we go in, I'm going to have Pinota like fly up, try to get like a bird's eye view, try to get orientation about the city. I've probably been here before, but I need a reminder. So
Yes, you. This is actually mostly where the big colleges are for the different schools of magic. You probably actually went to school here in Valoran, as one of your smaller city where you came from doesn't have that kind of schooling. But you haven't exactly been to the docks before for this area, but you get a overview of it. It is an extremely large city. But just around you, just like bird's eye view, you have the docks, and then you do have a wall that splits the docks from the rest of the city. That does have a iron gate that drops down just in case of invasions and something like that. With multiple guards sort of standing outside the gate. There are some that are posted up on the wall, wielding either crossbows or bows, something of that nature. But you do see some arcane sigils that are posted up on the exterior portion of the wall.
okay. She's just gonna keep flying around while we go inside. So just keeping an eye out.
Okay. The rest?
I'm going to walk a few feet behind the group
Okay.
and sort of enter the same bar, the same building, but try and pretend like I'm not here on official business, like I'm not with them. And I'm going to go sit with some common folk, and I want to try and just, I'm hoping I can use my feature rustic hospitality to just sit down and have a couple drinks with townsfolk and get a general idea of think about this place, what they think of the leadership, what are we walking into, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So, rustic hospitality. You definitely get the understanding that the king has been very good to them, and the heirs before him, I guess, or the lineage that he's come from, has been really good leadership, all human leadership. The king that sort of founded this area, they did have a battle with the king under the mountain, where they tried to take over the king, or that throne, if you will, to increase sort of their land and their reach. But unfortunately, we're not successful. You do get the vibe. They also, give a small warning, as they can sort of tell that you're not from Valoran. They don't hate dwarves, but some of the older people are agitated towards them, just because they wouldn't join either battles that the king has asked aid for, or through just causing a fight and not just actively joining the city of Valoran as one of its outposts. So they do give you that sort of warning, but they don't seem that way towards you because of rustic hospitality. But you definitely get a good sense that they are treated very well. I mean, there is some poverty in the city, but where isn't there not? Or what isn't there? Excuse me. Poverty. But overall, I mean, city life seems to be good for people that live in Valoran.
Okay. They're not. Okay. As long as they're not like, it's their king or something. I want to relay this information of just like, hey, what I know. And I'm sure it'll match up with all the book learning of everyone else in the party.
Out of curiosity, how good is the bard that's playing in the corner?
Let me roll and find out. He is pretty good. He has played for the entire time that you've been here and sort of taken in. The music is almost hypnotizing. Not any sort of magical sense like that, but he does have a in front of the hearth where he's sort of playing at. There is a group of individuals just sort of sitting with a drink and just watching and listening to his music perform. If he wasn't playing, this would definitely be almost like a dive bar. But the fact that he's playing this music, it turns it into more of an inn. Some place where adventurers can come and rest, not necessarily just grab a drink and party. But it gives it that home feel to it.
I'm gonna try something here, and this might kill the vibe of the bar. I'm gonna grab my loot. I'm going to make my way over there and just like nod at him. I'm not trying to outperform him. I'm trying to play with him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a performance as you sort of sit down and play with him.
Performance, don't let me down. That's a mod 20.
Okay. He seems, and everyone in the crowd sort of just like eyes go wide a little bit as you sort of pull up a loot, just grab a chair and sit down and start playing next to him. He definitely has a surprised look on his face. It's not one that he's like upset that it's happening. Definitely surprised, but with your performance, you guys are able to play in tune and play sort of on the same without even knowing like what he's playing. Sort of just be a supplement to his main course. As you go through the night, you eventually grab a couple more individuals, sort of sit down and listen to you guys sort of play. The rest of the party, as you guys sort of listen to these two bards play, it's extremely nice to listen to, especially being on the boat for 8 days. It's nice to hear some music, and I'm not sure how often Valhoric plays the lute, especially in a setting like this, but it's nice to listen to.
He does realize that we are kind of on a business. Say that to Merc.
I mean, honestly, it comes to a point where he's gonna go wherever he wants. My job is to kind of make him think the direction I want him to go is his idea.
I get it. Alright.
Right now, he wants to go play music. Seems like the best option for us, to be honest.
Alright. I'll just go back to my book then.
You make me sound like some sort of like exotic millionaire who's just like, we're going this way now.
I mean, essentially, that's our relationship.
Minus the millionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a millionaire at one point, and now I'm mad broke. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you do have businesses, so you're just an entrepreneur.
Exactly. Never broke.
Claimed.
Right. Alleged businesses.
He has a business card, so it's like, whatever.
One business card with all of the business listed. Printing is expensive.
Nobody else has business cards, so you're just cutting edge, I guess.
It's pretty true. Merc, is there anything you want to do while Dowrin is sort of mingling amongst the city folks? Valoric is playing tunes, and Conrad is sort of face deep into his book.
Seeing that everyone's kind of occupied right now, I'm gonna kind of just like tap the table in like Conrad's direction. Be like, hey, I'm gonna go send a piece of mail real quick. I'll be right back. DM, can I go find one of my criminal contacts?
Yes. Go ahead and roll a investigation for me.
That's not very good. 8.
8. It is a large city, but you know the typical hangout spots for your contacts. You go check a couple of them. On the third spot where they would typically go and hang out, you do find one of your criminal contacts sort of just with their feet up at a some dive bar. That doesn't even have a name. It's definitely one of the more impoverished area. I want to say go full slums, but it's definitely approaching slum status.
Okay. And then would I know who I need to talk to get a message somewhere?
That contact
Do I roll
could.
something up?
No, that contact could do that for you.
I'll go up to the contact. I'll slip him a note, and then I'll message you what the note is.
Okay. He puts his hand out, sort of expecting something else besides the note.
Oh. Fuck. I don't think I have money.
Oops.
What is this stream rated?
Crime for free.
Can I? Yeah. We gotta
Give
try.
him a
Fuck. Okay.
Give him your sweater.
I'm going to say this note is of incredible importance. It needs to get back to Onyx as soon as possible. Payment has already been established there. They are expected to send me a note in return. You will get double payment on it.
Go ahead and roll a deception.
Fuck me, dude. It's good. Mod 20.
My boy learned.
He takes it and pockets it inside of his vest or his leather jacket. Hello, armor. And goes ahead, nods, and sort of tilts the chair back and stands up and begins to exit the bar, putting his hood up. Just sort of shaking his head, just like, and begins to make way towards Onyx.
Okay.
Are you just heading back to Lynx's ship
yeah.
afterwards?
Yeah, I'll head back to Lynx's ship.
Okay. Probably about a half hour takes you to go ahead and find that contact, deliver your message, and then come back. Howard's still, it looks like it's just finishing up as the bard is wrapping up the song. It is getting late at this point. As you guys did arrive after nightfall, you guys were able to go ahead and, sit down at the tavern, have some conversation, make your trip to send a letter. You guys still haven't got room or food or anything like that for the evening. But you definitely can tell by Horik that you've captured the attention of the staff as well. What would you guys like to do?
You said it's nighttime, right? We got here late.
Yeah, you guys got here after dark, and you had about 30 minutes after you arrived to get your message out and come back to the inn.
I guess I'm gonna order some food. Keep reading my book about lost civilizations.
You said that the bard I was playing with has since finished.
You can tell, as a bard yourself, you can tell that the song is beginning to wind down. He is probably within the last couple of notes before wrapping up.
Okay. Half an hour song. Then
Playing
I'm in-
Freebird, like
pretty much
Yeah.
4 times in a row. Then yeah, when the song ends, I'm just gonna kind of wave, get up, and head back to the table, and also order some food.
All right. You all. A waitress walks over to you. Human, probably mid-20s to early 30s in age. Long brown hair, sort of tossed up in a bun. Walks over to you. So, what can I get you guys? And might I say, fantastic playing of the lute, sir.
Oh, thank you. What's good here? This is my first time. My first time here. What would you recommend?
We have. She looks back towards the kitchen and takes a deep smell, or a deep sniff. It smells like they got some leftover lamb that's still being cooked up. We also got some fresh fish that just came in today, and some potatoes. So we could do a fish and potatoes if you would like.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. And looking at Mercury, and I got you. What would you?
I'm not picky. Just give me like a tankard or something.
Alright. So it's gonna be 2 tankards of. Dare say we're kind of on a budget, so 2 tankards of whatever is cheapest and going to get us most inebriated, and he'll have the fish and potatoes as well. Thank you.
She looks over.
I'll have a lamb stew, and I'm good on the drinks. So.
I seemingly come out of nowhere. Just say make it 3, and I will find myself on Belhork's tab.
All right, so 3 tankers of Dragon's Breath. We have 3 fish and potatoes, and then 1 lamb stew. I'll bring that out, and you're open a tab, or would you like to close?
Open it.
Duly noted. As she sort of walks away. You guys, a few moments later, you get your meals and your drinks. As she does bring back also a paper that sort of just tells how much your tab is currently. You are currently sitting at 6 silver pieces.
Oh, guys, we're gonna have a good night. So, like, I'm gonna look at Conrad. No drink? You sure?
Yeah, and then I hold up my little water skin and I put it back down.
Come on. Just one drink. It's not gonna kill you.
It might. It might kill you. That's the problem.
Wasn't it part of the plan?
Yeah, if you don't drink right now, you are.
I have a
actively going
drink.
against-
It didn't say that it had to be alcoholic, so I'm still
Okay.
following the plan.
Touche. Way to warp my words. I'm very proud of you. I'm gonna look back at the waitress. Just gonna go ahead and say another round of drinks, please.
Yeah, you want to try the Dragon's Breath first before? Or you just want to order it
Sure.
just another round?
Just order another round. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. As she sort of rushed over to the bar, you can tell she's bringing other drinks to other tables as you guys are continuing to have your food. The fish and potatoes is well done. Instead of like fish and chips, they are actually more or less like just like chopped up potatoes. They're like cubes. And then it's a nice fillet next to it. The stew is warm. It is well seasoned. This meal is actually extremely well put together, even for a off the dock sort of inn. But the Dragon's Breath is
Assuming it's bad.
it's not horrible. Because you did ask for the cheapest alcohol that will get you the most inebriated. It's not like you asked for just like the worst alcohol and just want a lot of it. Just the cheapest that was going to do the best for you, or the worst, depending on how far.
The logos, basically.
More or less. But you, it has like an amber ale taste to it, but it almost has like a shot of Fireball put into the middle of it.
Doesn't sound too bad.
But it definitely has a little bit of a burn to it as it goes down. I need everyone to go ahead and roll a Constitution check for me.
I'm not gonna get messed up off.
Or sorry,
one
saving
drink.
throw. Saving throw.
Saving?
Yeah, saving
Oh,
throw.
it's the same. I
15.
got an 8.
And Darren?
18.
With the 8, you give yourself a burp, and when you burp out, you see it looks like a flame, a small flame sort of emits out, and then goes back in.
Now I know we're infernal, but that's not normal.
This is off one drink or after we finish it?
After you get probably about halfway through it.
All right, I'm gonna finish the drink after that. It's like fuck yeah. It's got it.
And it didn't feel like you didn't feel like a flame in front of you, like you were just like blasted flame. It looked more of like a just ingredients sort of mixing inside the drink that caused it. Definitely more for show.
Hey, it worked on me, dude. I'm in.
Another round comes over, but the glasses are different. That you're bringing over, they're more like a fine stein that has like leather wrapped around it. Has like made of higher metal. As a these are on the house. We didn't realize that you were emissaries. So we sincerely apologize. We would have given you this differently.
I shake my head.
No need to be upset about it. Nothing, no skin off us, I think. We're just here having a good time. If it was important, I think somebody would have said something.
Well, we just want to make sure that all our relations are taken care of. You know, especially off the port. This may have been the first time of year, and we want to make sure that Valorant treats you well.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
It is a different ale that is served to you. It's a dark ale, but you guys are able to drink it. It is very smooth going down. Almost has like a cocoa taste to it, cocoa like coffee mixed to it as you sort of finish off the drink.
So as she comes up and kind of like starts to give us special treatment, can I insight check before I take a drink?
Yeah, sure.
We're getting drugged. We're getting drugged.
15?
15. She seems nervous, as she looks like she missed the garb in one way or another with the emblems on it. But and she probably got berated by her boss a little bit about it. But overall, she doesn't seem like nefarious in her ways or anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, does she even recognize it? Like, we could be like goblin emissaries for all she knows.
Yeah.
You get the sense that she probably doesn't recognize it, but someone recognizes it.
I want to be goblin emissaries. I want to be like king of the trash people. That sounds like fun. Are you kidding me? You got all these goblins coming up to you, just like, my king! Offering you things. I love it. I love my little trash people. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if she seems like she's genuine, then yeah, no worries, let us keep going.
Okay.
Con saves again, or?
No, not for this drink. This drink is a higher class drink. But as you guys continue to drink throughout the evening, more or less drinks will continue to be given.
Do we have rooms figured out yet? Or do we need rooms figured out yet?
Eventually.
I want to get a room. Yeah. At some point, probably a little later in the night, I'd like to flag down the waitress. Hey, excuse me.
Yes. What can I help you with?
Would we speak to you about lodging for the evening, or would that be somebody different?
That would be, and she sort of points up to the second floor, and there's a desk up there. If you go upstairs and talk to Philip, he'd be happy to help you out with the lodging portion. We just sort of deal with the drinks and food down here.
Perfect. Just didn't want to go to the wrong spot, you know. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. And what do you think, gang? One more? One more?
I'm not gonna say no if you order it, but
All right. And just one more round before we call it a night.
Okay. Go ahead and you receive another round. Comes out, and she brings out a no paper or anything like that. Tells you how much your tab is, but just sort of places the drinks out in front of you and begins to serve other tables.
All right. Don't let me forget to close out in the morning.
no promises.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
We're emissaries, man. What are we gonna do?
make our job harder.
Sure, that's a fair point, actually.
Why is it that I'm the one wanting to stay like straight edge on this one, straight edge on this one, and you're the one who's like shenanigans?
What are you talking about? You almost blew the whole thing. You went to go play guitar with your buddy before you were even buddies.
Because it's cool.
But it also could have failed.
But it didn't.
Neither did mine.
So we're just gonna go on luck, huh?
Usually how I go about things. It's kind of my life.
As you guys finish your drinks, and begin to head upstairs to talk to Philip. He is a half elf, probably about 40, so he's a little bit older. But he has slightly pointed ears and long silver hair that's sort of tied up in a ponytail. Definitely doesn't look lanky any matter. He definitely looks stronger for his build. But sitting behind the desk with a tome and a ink well and pen. Yes, looking for lodging for the evening. I guess the morning at this point.
Somewhere where I can catch a quick shut eye and be rested for when the sun's actually up.
Sure. Grouping up or individual rooms?
Let me ask you this. What is your nightly rate?
Depending on the room, sort of looks over. Hold on one second, sorry.
Depending on the cost, like, I'm not against it. See,
Yeah, we just need 4 beds. Whatever the cheapest way to get.
yeah.
Yeah, 4 beds. This is it's growing on me. The idea that we actually get our own bed. This money we're coming into, it's growing on me a little.
That we're not just
Wait, what
sleeping in a
money?
pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't have money.
I have
Not
money.
either.
I have
Literally
money.
have 0.
Your boy out here sitting on 50 gold right now.
Damn. That makes sense, though.
Rolling fat.
I'm not gonna tell you how much gold I have
'Cause
or
it's
where it's
0.
hidden on my body.
'Cause it's
Yeah,
in
that
your
tracks.
So I'm guessing it's about 1,000 gold and it's in his butt.
beard. I'm gonna say beard. It's hidden
Too
in those
obvious.
like the brass rings and stuff.
Too obvious.
Sorry about that.
And the butt's not. I don't know.
He thinks we wouldn't be thinking to check his butt if he died for money. So if for some reason the Dalrin does die, we gotta check his butt.
I will say,
you could do that.
I was playing, when I first played D&D, my first character was a halfling ranger in 3rd edition that had a gambling problem. So to keep my money away from me, I had a friend who did keister my gold. So that way I couldn't get it and gamble it. Because every city I had to go into, I had to go in and make a will save. Otherwise, it was just going to be gambling the whole time. So he did.
Dang.
So he had disadvantage on stealth checks because you hear
So lose keister.
Stored gold in his prison wallet.
He did. What a good friend is all I have to say.
It's prison wallet.
It's more like a prison purse, but that's fine.
Okay.
At this point, you ask how much is the nightly rates. For the larger rooms, we do have a couple of suites that are available. But the couple of suites, they are a little pricier. They are 1 gold an evening. They do have 4 separate rooms and a commons area and a small kitchen. But there's rooms that have 2 beds in them. That is going to run you 3 silver a night, and a single will cost you 2 silver a night.
You know, let's just do the suite.
All right, sweet it is. 1 gold, and there are 4 beds, so I'll go ahead and give you 4 keys to go to that room. All will work just fine. Each individual room does lock as well. If you guys need it for any reason that way as well. And who do I put this down for the name?
That would be me, Valoric Silkman.
All right, and he begins to write it out. Perfect. And the gold piece, please.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll just pass it over. I'm gonna do the cool like roll it over my knuckles and then catch it between 2 fingers.
He
It's like
takes it and throws it into a bag as you hear a sound of change sort of just making contact with the coin.
I thought it was cool.
He hands you guys the 4 keys. They seem to be made out of some black metal, and they all have the room 310 listed on them. This is going to be up on deck. The captain's quarters will be where yours is.
Fancy.
Look at us. Did you ever think we'd be here?
Not specifically, no.
I thought we'd be dead by now, so.
You'd be dead by now.
Exact.
As you guys climb up, it is a ladder you guys have to climb up to get to the deck. Similar to how a ship would more or less work. You guys do climb up to the captain quarters. It is a set of double doors that has stained glass of a sea and some sort of creature off in the distance. But you guys are able to take your key and open it up, and it is a immaculate room. They have a large, a large bare rug in the middle of it. It has its own hearth in the common area. And each of the rooms do have a porthole where you can sort of see out. The common area also does have a set of doors that would go out to like the back area of the captain's quarters, where you can sort of walk around a small like patio, if you will. And there is a kitchen off the main area as well. Has a small stove. Other than that, I mean, it's hard to tell it's actually a kitchen besides the table. And you're able to go ahead and each room is in one of the corners. But that is the description. There is a couple torches that are sort of up on the walls as well. And you do have what would be more or less a couple of couches sort of thrown together, and a couple of chairs as well in the middle of the room.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my most likely buzzing ass and go to bed.
I'll take my sweater off and do the same.
Can
Sink in the armor, though.
can the portholes open?
Yes, they can.
Okay. I will open them and let Pinota in once I am in my room.
Pinota flies in. Dowrin, are you going to reside for the evening as well?
Yeah, how many entrances are there to this room, this suite?
Just one entrance into the suite. It is a double door. And then you do, I guess there's 2, as you also have the, like the balcony area off the back. And then each room has a porthole, but you'd have to be like a gnome to fit through.
All right. But do I have my own room in this place?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are 4 rooms. So each room has each person has their own room, own key, own bed.
All right. I make sure that like the doors are locked and stuff.
Real quick before I head to bed, I would like to announce to the rest of the group. So this beds are for emissaries. Anybody that's not an emissary, you're more than welcome to stay in the common room. But beds are for emissaries. beds are for closers.
Um, I I set my key down and I walk out the door,
Oh wow.
and I will use my rustic hospitality to achieve my own lodging for free.
As you're walking out, no, I'm joking. Come back.
How dare you?
I'm drunk. You're drunk. This is fun.
No, I'll go down and like have another drink, hang out, and then come back up.
All right,
I'm going to, when I get back and everyone's asleep, I'm going to take my bedroll like out of my pack, and I'm going to throw it on the ground in front of the door in the common room, and I'm going to mess it up like I slept in it. And I'm going to go lay in the bed, and I'm going to try and wake up before Valhoric tomorrow and get him to feel bad that I slept on the floor.
All right. You guys all reside for the evening. Both of you guys just roll a d20 for me, Valhoric and Dowrin.
Ooh, I got a 12.
All right, I got a 2.
Dowrin, you wake up before Valhoric does. All of you guys are fully rested, but you do wake up beforehand.
I'll like try and make the bed and that I slept in. I'll make it up so it looks like I didn't sleep there.
Okay.
And then when Valhoric comes out, I'm just gonna stand up and like crack my back like I've been sleeping on the floor, like it hurts.
When you get closer to when you get into the main area, as you are the first one to wake, you look and you see your sleeping bag has been pushed out of the way. It sort of looks like someone opened the door and pushed the sleeping bag out of the way and then closed the door.
I draw my axe and I want to go check on everybody.
Is everyone's doors unlocked?
Yes.
Yeah, mine would have been.
I was inebriated. I didn't think about locking a door.
Cowred?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought about it, so.
Okay. You go through and check on... Are you trying to be stealthy about this, or are you just trying to barge in and check the room?
I'm just gonna slowly open the door. Yeah, I'll try to be stealthy about it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
$17.
17. All right. Is anyone's passive perception 17 or higher? For any ungodly reason? Okay. All right. As you sort of sneak by and look through, you get through a couple of rooms. You get through Mercury's, seemingly no disturbance in the room. You get through Cowred's, seemingly no disturbance in the room. You open up Valhoric's room. And when you open up Valhoric, you do see the port glass is open. But you see, it looks like a shadow sort of underneath the bed that's sort of moving.
I would like to investigate the shadow further.
All right. As you investigate the shadow, you look down and you don't see any sort of creature or anything. You just see a shadow as it's sort of moving from one end of the bed to the other.
What does it have the form of? Form, or is it like an actual just shadow?
It has the looks like the form of a small gnome.
Okay, I look up to see if there's something casting the shadow. So it definitely can't be magic.
You look up. There is nothing casting a shadow.
Where is the shadow presently?
It's currently underneath the bed.
I will act as only Dalaran knows how to act. I will swing my axe at the shadow. Good morning, Valthoric.
Go ahead and roll to attack the shadow. And I am unprepared without my book.
Nah, caught him with his pants down.
Got him. Gosh, please don't take damage. Please don't take damage. Please don't take damage. Dalaran, I don't need you murdering us all while we're sleeping.
Oh my god. Well, wait, no, it's enemies, right? Like he's not gonna attack us.
Oh no, it is. I attack the nearest
Thing.
Creature.
Oh,
So if he decides to berserk in this room,
and you're
I'm
the
the
only
one
creature in it. Yeah.
oh shit.
I'm in danger. Yes. What you said, 15 to hit?
Yep.
That hits.
Does it hit the shadow or does it hit the bed?
It hits the shadow.
Okay, cool. I can actually hit it. I didn't know.
You do hear a grunt as Dowran smash an axe into something. There's no yelp or anything like that. But you are now awake, Valhoric, as you do see a pair of dwarf legs underneath your bed. Exactly.
I'm gonna roll out of bed and grab like rapier off of my belt. It's kind of across the room, and point it and just ready spell in other hand. So it's just kind of like swirling magic at the moment.
Okay. I need everyone to roll initiative. As it is a quiet room, Malfoy, hello. That's the first. Mercury and Kairad, you do hear some sort of combat being had as you hear Dowran grunting from Valhoric's room.
Because that's not scandalous.
That's progressed.
Definitely some magic going on in there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
He's the world's most tender dwarf.
I still don't think magic exists. That's the sweet nothings I whisper in your ear.
I've never been more aroused.
Adult stream on? Yes? Okay, good.
Did I do damage to this thing?
You did. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, I did.
Damage.
7 points of damage then.
Okay.
It's 10:30 and we're already making relations jokes.
It's all about perspective. It's 1:30 here, man. It's a little late for relationships.
Your time zones are not recognized here. You have no power here.
I hate getting nat 20s on initiative when you have a negative initiative score.
Yeah, that's rough.
It just feels like, wow, way to waste that. Thanks.
So that means I'm going before you?
Yeah.
Even though I didn't roll a 20?
And you said 7 points of damage?
Yeah.
Is that axe considered magic to you?
I believe so.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's a +1 weapon.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, shiitake mushrooms.
All right. Initiative score is Kairad.
I got a 20.
Valhoric.
15?
Mercury.
19.
Dowran.
21.
You are a quick little dwarf. Can I just say that?
in more ways than one, if you get what I'm saying.
Hey.
You know that's right.
Yep, that's right.
All decks, no hex. That's good.
All decks. Never mind, I can't.
Let it go.
Yeah.
All right.
I shouldn't be allowed to play this game when I'm tired. Like
It's
this.
true. It's true. Who would do such a thing?
Stupid things are gonna be. Stupid things are gonna be said. We're gonna get in trouble in this town, guys.
What's that any
I mean,
different
we
from
need that
any
kind of
other
limit,
town?
dude.
Right.
I
So
100% thought I was about to trash a hotel room for no good reason, so this is actually working out well for me.
this is on the upswing.
Yeah.
Did anyone who wears armor sleep in said armor?
I did.
Okay.
I mean, I woke
He
up and
always
put mine
sleeps in
on,
his
so.
armor.
Okay.
He's just sealed into this armor like a can of tuna.
An animatron.
Gross.
He's just in there marinating.
As you wake up, Mercury, you do see a shadowy figure standing over your bed, and is going to make place its hand on you. That's probably not going to hit with a 13.
Nope.
You feel the hand on you, but nothing seems to happen.
Good morning, my child.
Good morning.
Oh, this place does room service?
This was not an attack.
Dowrin,
I attack the shadow.
do it.
Oh, man, okay. 24.
That hits.
Oh, damn, I only rolled a 24 to hit.
Right.
Well, I rolled a 19. I wanted to crit.
If only you were.
5 points.
5 points.
You were a barbarian.
If only you were a champion. You
Yeah,
could have done
champion.
it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I got excited because D&D Beyond gave me champion as default, and so for like one session I had that on there, and I was like, cool. And then
And
rolled a
then-
19, and I hate my life. So
Because you're Battle Master, right?
yeah,
Shadow number blank will go ahead and
Yay.
uh,
I was like, wait, free information?
what's your dex,
Shadow
Calred?
number redacted.
Calred, what's your dex?
Oh, I'm gonna get hit. It's probably.
Well, and what's your dex?
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying who goes first. You guys tied initiative.
Oh, I have a dex of +2.
Just roll a d20 for me, because he also has a dex of +2.
13.
You go first.
Oh, so there's a guy in my room? Is that what
Yeah, you wake up and there's a shadow above you.
Somebody help! There's a big, strong man.
I will.
Bless my stars, I don't know how to cope.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself. Oh God!
Sorry.
Now there's
a shadow.
two big, strong men in my room.
And
Go
then
ahead.
I will run out the door.
All right, as you run out the door, did you disengage? I'm sorry if I missed it. You would
Oh,
provoke
no.
an attack of opportunity.
Then swing away, but you need to hit a 15 now.
Oh, bet. That's a unnatural, a modified 20, if you will.
Okay, well it hits me then.
Does a 32 hit?
No.
I don't know why that was so funny to me. I was like, 32.
What the fuck? What did you roll? Okay, it hits. It will do. Eight points of necrotic damage.
Okey-doke.
And your strength score is reduced by 3.
Okey-doke.
God, they reduce our. But
I'm already like super weak anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. You're able to run out of the room into the main area.
Okie doke.
You have 25 speed.
I'm 30.
30. You can get to the middle of the room if you would like on top of the bear rug.
Okay.
The shadow is going to fly over to you and make another touch.
No touch.
Uh,
No touchy.
That is
my no square.
a 13, which is not going to hit you.
Because it hits my mage armor. So get out of here.
Ding. That's the shadow's turn. Mercury.
Okay. So I'm prone in my bed, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And this person just tried to touch me.
Yeah.
Failed. So, from my prone position, I'm gonna stick my hand out to where like somebody's throat would be,
Yep.
and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Get him slip.
16 to hit.
16. That will hit.
Sick.
This is a completely natural reaction from him. It's
Right.
happened multiple times when I woke up, Merc. He's just like, boom, you inflicted. Like, okay, I'm sorry. It's time for breakfast.
You touch me, I touch you.
It's gonna be 20 points of damage.
Does not seem to be. Is that necrotic damage?
Yes.
Yeah, it does not seem to have any effect.
Malfoy, real quick, because you reached up for the throat. Just reach straight up in your camera.
My Saturday morning D&D.
No, like straight up.
Like that.
Yeah, you got him.
Got it.
You got him.
Because we're stacked, so your arm just went really far.
Oh,
Jeez.
we're not stacked on my screen, so like
I'm
my arm is over
looking
here.
at-
Over here.
I'm looking at the stream, like on stream we're stacked.
Oh.
So if you just reach straight up, I can just like.
You guys are so creative. So creative. But yeah, so unfortunately no effect. Would you like to do a bonus action? All right. Isn't that the action that Dowron took in your room?
Exactly.
Bonus action. Get really angry.
Okay. I would like to rage. No,
Unfortunately.
right. Next up is Vahork.
Hello, that is me. I was definitely prepared for this situation. Because
You are laying prone as you hear Dowron grunting underneath your bed.
oh, I had hopped up.
You had hopped up.
Yes, because I had.
Yes.
rapier
Yep.
and spell ready.
You're right. Yep.
All right. So, for my action, because I'm startled, so I'm not gonna make the best choices.
Of course.
I jump up, and I'm going to use insinuation on the shadow.
Okay.
So it must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
2. That succeeds.
And then it takes a D12 worth of damage.
What kind of damage?
Psychic damage.
Oh, that hurts.
And that's going to be 12 psychic damage.
That is messed up, friend.
Yeah, well, you ruined my sleep, you asked.
You get your full 8. You said how many?
That was 12 points of damage.
Okay.
12 points of psychic damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to mind thrust.
As you cast that spell, your first one, the shadow sort of disappears.
Coward.
Bye.
Come back here and fight me with your mind like a man.
Would you like to do anything else with your bonus action?
No, we're good.
Okay.
And I will use my movement then to get out to the common room.
All right. In the common room, you do see there is a shadow trying to touch Cowred.
And I'm not looking too good either. I probably look very gaunt right now.
Then would I be able to bonus action
Yeah.
here then?
Yeah.
Okay. Then aid insinuation at this thing.
Do it. Mind thrust.
Mind thrust is what I meant.
That one.
Yeah, the other mind spell. I have like 4 mental spells. This is crazy.
Dude, you're so mental.
Dude, I'm so mental. So this one must make an intelligence saving throw of DC 13.
It succeeds. No, it does not because it has a -2, so it actually is a 12.
Hey, get him. Okay, so now it takes 3d6 worth of damage.
Assuming it's psychic damage.
Yes. So that is 8 psychic damage, and on its next activation, on its next turn, it can only take the dash or disengage action.
Rude. But I'll allow it. Alright,
Of course,
what's up?
Dalrin's under the bed when I'm casting spells.
You're also casting like mental spells too, so.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Either way, I'm doing magic, and he's not here to see it.
A shadow literally just blipped out of existence in front of him, and he still won't believe it, so it's okay.
Another shadow that comes from Dowron's room will fly over to you, Valhoric, and make a touch attack. 18.
A what?
18.
If I say it doesn't hit, would you believe me?
No, as I have your character sheet.
Yeah.
If I asked really nicely to not,
You take 10 points of necrotic damage,
God. I'm not looking so good, y'all.
Me neither.
and your strength is
He's
reduced by
the shark.
4.
Can't afford that.
Okay. That is its turn. Top of the order.
I have a -3 in strength right now.
Big ol' yikes.
Let's see it.
Right, you
I have a
do.
strength score of 4.
Mine's 7 at the moment, so yeah, I'm pretty much straight there. Or no, mine is 5. Sorry.
The shadow is trying to make another touch attack on you, Mercury. As you reach up, it's going to kind of grab your hand and try to cast a spell on you. That is a 22.
Yeah, it's
You take 10 points of necrotic. And your strength goes down by 4.
Ooh. Where would I go to do like a temporary change to that?
I just changed it in the actual stat itself.
Oh, I see.
There is
Okay.
a way to override it, but it's not working right now.
I just went to override score and did the math.
Gotcha. Alright, I'll do it.
Okay. Dalrin, you are under the bed with nothing there as you hear Vahoric run out of the room.
Alright. Run the front.
Alright, you stand up. It does take half your speed to stand up. So you could probably get Not with it wouldn't be. You'd have to use a dash action to get within the shadow. Unless you want to try to throw your axe.
That seems out of the question. I need this axe. It's mine.
I was talking about your other hand axe. You have two, right?
I didn't bring the second one with me. Can I get to my bedroll where my other axe?
If you use a dash action, you could be.
Okay, I guess I'll dash.
Okay.
Second. I will. No, that's all I'll do.
Okay. You have your second axe in hand. The shadow is going to go. It can only make the dash action.
Yeah, I help.
Or the disengage. It is going to use its speed. No, it's going to disengage. And then use its speed to go towards the front door.
Good news. I'm there.
Yes, there is a shadow right in front of you. Let's see. Next up, we have Mercury. As you feel the energy being siphoned from you, as you feel weaker.
Wait, what about mine?
Yep, sorry, you're right. You're a coward. Coward's at 20. I'm sorry.
I'm
I
going.
think one of your guys too, right?
I'm going to cast. Let's just magic missile it.
All right, which one? The one that's by.
The one that hit me and then was running away.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna use all three. All three of them go at it. 5. That is 9 and 11. Points of
11.
Force damage.
As you light up that shadow, it all 3 bolts hit it, and then the after the last bolt hits, the shadow sort of it disappears.
Serves you right.
Bonus action.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm a wizard. I don't have any bonus actions. It's
You're
like
not
all
right.
actions.
Now it's Mercury.
Okay. And okay. I'm going to cast. No, I'm not going. Oh, actually, I think I kind of have. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna roll the hit.
With what?
Hand axe.
Okay, roll it.
19.
That'll hit. And that's with your new strength modifier, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be 3 damage.
You go and cut through the shadow, but it almost feels like there's some sort of resistance behind it. It seems about half as effective as you would typically cut through something.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna burn one of my war priests to do a second attack.
There we go.
And then I had a question.
Mhm.
So for the shove action,
Yep,
it says that qualifies as an attack roll. So can I use that as my war priest?
absolutely.
Cool. And it's opposing strength checks, right?
Yes. It rolled a 0.
I rolled a 5.
It rolled a 0, so you're fine.
Sick.
You push it back 5 feet.
Sick.
All right. Would you like to move, or you would like to stay in the room?
So he's far enough that he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity now,
Correct.
right? I'm gonna put myself between it and the bed,
Okay.
or like the bed is between us. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna yell out, "Yo, what the fuck is happening right now?"
We have words.
Yo, dog.
Yo, dog. What's going on?
Yo.
Vahork.
Okay, so like, is this for real?
Vahork, you hear what the fuck's going on coming from Mercury's room.
All right.
There is a shadow right next to you.
Next to what?
Yeah, making touchy.
Did I take more damage?
No, not since you left.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
So I only have 6 health left. So like,
Well, you have a bonus action to fix that.
yeah.
It's your turn though.
It's my turn. Let me see here real quick. What's the wording on this? Hell yeah. Okay. So if it's right next to me, I'm going to take a swing at it with my rapier.
Okay.
Yes. There we go. Rapier is going to be a. Damn it. Dollar, I know how it feels with a 19.
That hits.
Yeah, sad about it though.
I'm sorry.
Because
I'm sad it hit.
I watched it go 20, roll 19. I'm like, you bastard. Alright, yeah, so there's the hit and damage. The D8. Yeah. So that's gonna be 8 damage.
As you pierce through it, it seems to have some sort of resistance to it. Seems about half as effective as it would be.
Alright. I'm gonna yell, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think blades do much.
Obviously, they're shadows.
Next up,
If it can touch me, I should be able to touch it.
bonus action, Howard.
Bonus action. I'm gonna healing word.
Okay. All right. As you are rolling your healing word, yeah, go ahead and roll that.
D4 plus 3. Alright, I'm getting 7 health.
As you finish your healing word, you see that the shadow makes another touch at you.
It's gonna boop you.
11.
It's gonna boot me good.
Does 11
11.
boop you?
No, 11 does not boot me.
It misses the boop.
I'm just gonna yell, get fucked.
Top of the round is going to be the other Shadow's turn.
Merc's shadow.
Yep. It's going to go ahead and make another touch attack at you, Merc. It's going to move towards you. Boop. 22.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What's your strength at?
You only take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Only.
I mean,
Question.
yes.
So I have Hellish Rebuke.
Yes.
Can I use that?
Yeah.
As long as you have a reaction.
Yeah.
That's a reaction, and you can get to go, stop it.
Stop booping.
No.
I don't want to. The deck save's only 12 though.
Okay. You take 5 points of necrotic, and your strength goes down by another 3.
I'd be dead. I'd literally just be dead.
Is that what happens if a
If
skill
if
hits zero?
if any stat hits 0, you pretty much become dead. At least physical, and then mental, you just become a husk more or less.
You said 3?
Yeah,
For
3.
strength?
And the dex save is a modified 20.
Wow.
So take half damage.
Yeah. 2d10, so half the 2d10.
Yep.
1d10.
Or 2d10 divided by 2.
Exactly. Right.
So 8.
8.
17 divided by 2 would go down to 8, right?
Yep. And that is fire damage.
Yes.
Half as effective, but yes, you just did 4 points of fire. All right,
Have any like light magic?
Dowrin.
Yeah. You. There's a cleric.
He's a war cleric.
He still has
Dowrin.
like guiding bolt and stuff. It's fine.
I used all my normal good stuff, and it's not effective. So like now, in hindsight, yeah, I feel dumb. But at the time, I was expecting to kill the thing. So
I mean, you just woke up. It's fine.
Right.
Shit, what's going on?
I
Kill it.
fight the shit out of the shadow.
Okay, there is a shadow that is next to Valhoric that you can get flanking on, and you can get it with advantage.
I flank it. I get advantage. Kick the shit out of it.
Kick the shit.
I'm not even gonna use your axe. You're just gonna kick it.
Yeah, I have an action on my sheet. Just gonna kick the shit out of a shadow.
So,
my
I'm
axe.
assuming you
Don't
are
be on it,
using
I
your
was-
axe, though.
Oh, I'm using my axe.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, let's roll damage for this axe.
Yeah.
7 points.
7
points. of
points. All 7 go through.
damage. And it likes it, right?
Of
It's like,
course.
"Thank you,
It
sir. May I have
loves
another?"
it. Please.
Alright, I try to give it another with my offhand.
Okay.
Hi, puppy.
Aye.
That's a 7 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately.
Wait,
You
I have
want
advantage.
advantage?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I have advantage. Give me this shit. That's another 14.
That'll hit.
Alright, this is not a magical weapon.
It is not.
For 10 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Is there such thing as a magic weapon for Dalrin?
In terms
don't
of
know the
rules,
As far as I'm concerned, these things are the same.
as you
One just-
One just,
One's just more attractive.
Right.
That's all.
as you slice and
Yeah.
dice through, after the second swipe, even though it was resistant, you still did enough to swipe it, and as it sort of parts in two, it disappears.
Outstanding. I use. There's another one in the room.
There is one more as you sort of look through. You wouldn't be able to reach it this turn, at least unless you threw your weapon. But there is one more in Mercury's room.
Okay. This is a big ass hotel room. When did you get us into?
It's a giant suite.
Luxury. You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
My bad. I had to sleep on the floor. I will have you know. I'm still going for the joke. I will have you know. I had to sleep on the floor because of what you said.
Cowred.
Get a better
So
job.
I can.
I
can
will.
see
I
into
want to.
Merc's room?
Oh, sorry, Dowry.
I just wanted to make it my way toward the shadow. That's
Okay.
all. I just want to make sure that's noted.
Cool. Yeah, Cowred. You can see the shadow sort of hand-to-hand fighting Mercury.
Well, I guess it's time to end this, and I'll just cast Magic Missile at the second level.
Oh, big damage, big damage.
What is that? 4 bolts?
Yeah.
Yeah. 11, 13, 14.
After the 4 bolts fly at it. Wait, does that 14 to hit?
No, it hits automatically.
Oh, I forgot. It's Magic Mitchell.
Magic.
That's silly.
Magic Mitchell.
Magic Mitchell of the
Or
Reese's
as I like to
Poof.
call it, miss.
Yeah, missile.
This is my boy Mitch. He's magic.
Right.
That's my next character's name now.
Yes.
Magic Mitchell.
Magic.
And he only uses magic missile.
Yes.
No, he's just gonna be a fighter.
He just throws stuff a lot.
Magic Missile. Ugh.
That was a rock. Ow.
As all 4 bolts land into the back of the shadow, this shadow sort of dissipates in front of you.
Whew. Is that all of them?
You can see no additional shadows.
Can I make like an Arcana check to see about this whole drained strength?
Yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana.
Does a 15 work?
15. After some rest, you're not sure how long, but after some rest, your stats will revert back to normal.
I say we just go right back to sleep.
I'm here for it.
I mean, the last time we went to sleep, we got ambushed, so I don't know if I'm on.
Well, let's like lock the doors and maybe, not
Wait,
allow anybody
I,
in.
I go to the door. Is it unlocked? Because I locked.
The door is currently unlocked.
I don't feel like locks were the reason we almost died just now, but it would be a step in the right direction, I will admit.
So
I think
we're
the reason we almost died is because you all just had to be emissaries, and you just had to put a giant target on all of our backs.
yeah.
And I had to sleep on the floor.
I think we're missing a glaring part of this. How do you not believe in magic still? It was shadows that were draining our life, and Conrad threw magic missiles, little magic darts, just like, and eviscerated them. How is this a thing? You can't be this dumb. At this point, you're just trolling me.
I grab you by the arm, and I take you outside where the sun is shining, and I point to your shadow, and I go, "Ooh, magic!"
They're obviously invisible.
And then I walk down the street and I pick up a pebble and I throw it at you. Ooh, magic! Whoa!
And at that point,
they didn't do any damage to anyone. I have no idea what you're talking about.
At that point, we'll go ahead and take our break as Dowrin once again disproves magic in a very creative way. We'll be back in 5 minutes to see what happens next. Hi, hello. We are back. Talk about sandwiches, Jimmy John's, Arby's, and homemade of the sorts. And Deborah, we're looking at you.
Yep. Deborah, you know who you are.
Yep, you know exactly who you are, Deborah.
God damn it, Deborah.
As we last left off, Dowrin once again disproved magic as a whole with Valhoric. As you guys just dispatch a group of shadows. You guys are, I believe, going sleeping night-night.
I'm not. I'm fine.
Yeah, that one's good.
I mean, I don't know that I'm going to sleep, but I would like to rest a little bit.
You can do a long rest or a short rest if you would like.
I just spent like almost all of my spells. But you know what? I'll short rest it out. I'm gonna go take a short siesta.
I thought y'all were gonna have to sleep for another 8 hours, and I was gonna be like, do I have to do everything around here?
Well, yeah, that was the follow-up question I had was, you said some sort of rest, but we never clarified which.
Correct. He doesn't. Because of his arcane knowledge, he doesn't know how long of rest you need. But after some rest, it comes back.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do a short rest first, and then I guess if that's not good enough, transition into a full rest.
Okay. Ian, do you want to just take a short rest as well?
Yeah, we'll start with a short rest.
All right. Did you want to play your song of short rest?
Yes.
Okay. Conrad, are you taking a long or a short?
Well, if everybody else is taking short rest, I guess I'm not going to hold up everybody.
All right. So everyone can go ahead and spend hit dice to heal up.
And you get an extra 1d6.
Yeah.
From
His song of rest.
Oh, sick.
This is a human settlement, correct?
Primarily, yes.
I would like to, while they're resting, I'd like to go out and about.
Okay.
Walk around until I find it's a large settlement, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, huge.
Huge, yeah. So I want to find, like, I know they're not, like, fans of dwarves here, so I want to find one of those, like, shops that like caters to dwarf folk. It's going to be like one of those little hole-in-the-wall joints where you can get like stronger ale and these sorts of things. And I want to find like a plant that is only grows under the mountain, something that only dwarves would like eat. And I'm gonna take it back to the kitchen and make some like soup out of it. And then I'm gonna feed my compatriots Mama's homemade glowing fungus soup.
Okay. It will. It will take you some time, but you have some since they're taking their short rest. It will go ahead and say it costs you 2 silver to get the fungus, and go ahead and roll. We'll say a intelligence or wisdom.
All right, I want to change my story. But
Okay.
I'm still gonna roll intelligence or wisdom. I have brewer's supplies. I'm gonna instead of making
Ooh.
them soup, I'm just gonna make them some beer.
You will have. You can use your.
Add
Add,
my proficiency.
you can.
bonus to
Yes, absolutely.
this? Okay, cool. Oh, intelligent. That's 16.
16. You make a fine amount of ale for you and your compatriots.
This is my magic mead.
Ooh. He said the M word, fellas.
Yep.
So you guys heal up your hit dice amount plus a d6. Those are who resting. And your strength reverts back to normal.
Oh, sick.
Now I just have a -1.
But that's normal.
Tired of being a weak ass bitch.
Me
always thought
too.
it would be
Oh
good.
wait.
All right.
I used my arcane recovery to get back 2 first level slots.
Ooh.
That must be cool.
Comes from being a wizard.
Wait, you're saying that you're better than he is now?
I guess at level 1, yeah.
All right. As you guys wake up, or sort of like from resting, you guys see that Dowren has crafted some ale for you.
Mama's magic mead.
You said magic.
So is it magic though?
Yeah, it's got magical properties. Ooh, magical. I made ale. Ooh.
Can I
Now don't
detect
wanna drink
magic
'cause
on
you're
it?
being sarcastic.
Yes, you can absolutely detect magic on it.
Does it have any magic in it?
No magic whatsoever.
Alright. So it's like love. Got it.
Yeah. Aww.
It's like radiant.
So cute.
You didn't key in this, did you?
Well, I cannot divulge the ingredient of Mama's magic ale. I'm sorry.
I just pound it. Just clear it immediately.
It's really well made. Actually, really, really good.
Nice.
It's not meant to get you drunk. It's meant to make you feel better.
I don't know if you achieved that yet, but I'll keep drinking and we'll find out.
I'll like sniff it and like swirl it in the cup and like take like a little baby sip and be like, and then put it back.
Thanks.
I mean, just to show that I'm not any weaker, I'm just gonna pound it as well.
All right. As Coward was the only one who just didn't pound the drink, you do notice there is something glowing in the middle of it.
You poisoning me right now?
Define poison.
Are you adding something toxic to food or drink to kill me and afflict me with death?
I mean, it's sort of just described alcohol in general, but no, not intentionally. I'm not trying to trick you into dying any faster than you would at drinking your normal alcohol.
Is there or has there been any sort of hallucinogenic involved with this beer?
Generally not for tieflings or any of the race we are. Sometimes gnomes can get a little wonky with it, but we think it's just because they're stupid.
Oh. The setup was perfect.
Just because they're stupid.
I was really getting anything to say that they were small.
Right. Even had like the stupid. It just wasn't expecting stupid. That made my day.
Oh, that was nice.
JBrews Pog in the chats. You guys are able to, like I said, rest up just fine. Does that Song of Rest use a bardic inspiration?
I think it's just a passive thing that happens whenever we short rest.
Nutty. The class is busted.
That's really good.
Just wait, I get more busted with more magic and more ability.
Me too.
I don't know if a Song of Rest is magical, but...
So in Dowrin's eyes, you won't improve at all?
Pretty sure it was because of the drink I just gave y'all.
Roasted. Just light me up, family.
We've got the power of love on our side.
Mm.
That's the power of love.
Okay, copyrighted. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Demonetized.
Right,
Shut it
done. Already.
Shut it down.
I'll just tell Pep not even to worry about this video. But you guys wake up. It's still early. It's like 10 in the morning after you guys take your little nap after waking up. You guys woke up, fought for like 15 seconds, decided to take an hour power nap, and then are ready to go.
I gotta be able to carry all this shit around.
And you don't function that way? Well, I functioned for 15 seconds. That earns me an hour worth of a nap.
15-second windows.
Okay, ready? Go!
Okay, we're done. Nap time.
Alright, let's go do what we're supposed to be doing. Maybe.
I'm down.
Yeah. Just go find someone important.
Yeah.
The usual.
You.
I mean, we can magically get an audience, right?
Yeah, we're wearing it. That's the magic.
Nice.
Or we ask nicely and they give it to us. Because that is always how it works, right, guys? We don't have to kill anyone.
Yeah.
Third option.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill somebody.
If they tell us no, we just get really into extortion.
How about no?
What do we think about it?
I mean, we are representing a group of people that none of us belong to, so there's an obstacle.
Hey, we got one person that
That didn't accept the job and clearly wants nothing to do with that.
right,
part of it.
but you can spin that. He doesn't have to. They don't have to know that.
I mean, when they ask him, he's gonna tell them.
He's not gonna be there. It's okay.
If they
I'm not
ask
going to be there.
You're gonna be with me, buddy, in the back. Where we're not
Where?
in the
Are
way.
you going to come sell baskets with me? Where are we going?
Yeah, let's sell baskets. We'll sell freedom baskets for dwarves.
Freedom, 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 oi! Freedom, 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 oi!
All right.
Sure.
I'm confused as to what the plan is, but that's why I didn't accept the job.
So Mercury and I, we're gonna go seek an audience with whoever can potentially give us the things that we need. You and Cal, you're gonna go sell baskets somewhere far away where you can't screw this up.
So, wait. Becoming emissaries hasn't changed the plan at all, then. That's what we always do.
Right, we're just wearing different clothes now.
Exact.
Well, you aren't, but you know,
Chick-fil-A.
we'll figure something out. I think maybe we can get the people on the ground level in on it. I'm sure
Yeah.
you know some people that need help.
I know a lot of people that need help.
Okay.
Well, you start with me.
Well, I was gonna bring that up later when it wasn't such mixed company, but you're bringing it up now, so yeah, we need to get used to.
Yeah. Need some, my baskets. I need basket weaving materials. I am out.
That kind of help.
Yeah.
Oh,
What kind of help are you talking about?
that never mind. It doesn't matter.
Mental, mostly.
No,
need
he was clearly suggesting he knows people who can use baskets. Like he has a.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know anymore. Let's go get baskets.
Give me a second to roast my man here real fast. The help that you can need in this order: mental, social skills,
Okay.
Let's not tear
learning
them
how
down.
to not jump out of a tree.
No, that actually helped us a lot.
Good. Yeah.
Debatable.
So why don't you go ahead and cast your spells, and then all of my problems will be fixed.
See, joke's on you. That's not how real help works. I can cast a spell on you to make you like, oh, everything seems good for like a minute.
Okay, do it.
All right, bet. I cast calm emotions on him.
This isn't gonna solve anything. He's just gonna disprove it somehow.
No, I'm doing it.
He's gonna feel good because he made alcohol that he just drank.
See, Merc's catching on. This is what I deal with this whole time. As long as I've met him, like he just disproves everything.
No,
I made him float upside down for 5 minutes, and he said, "Oh, I just jumped." Okay, like.
Yeah. He's pretty decent at jumping.
He's got a really good jump skill.
Here's here's calm emotions.
Okay.
Make a charisma saving throw, DC 13.
Oh my god.
We're doing this, and I'm gonna indignantly eat this burger while you do it.
Okay, well. I rolled a 19, so.
Well, fuck me.
See? He's not even calm. Look at him. It's not even working. He's like resistant to magic at this point.
Oh my god.
Have you ever read about? I read about this one person who believed so much that they were a dragon that they just turned into one. He's like that with magic. He just doesn't believe in it. Therefore, it does not affect him.
Bullshit.
You read a story about a guy who just wanted to be a dragon and then just became a dragon? Come on.
I want to be a millionaire.
Well, you gotta really believe it. See, there's something in your mind right now that's holding you back from believing that. So therefore, it's not working.
What would be holding me back?
I guess my imagination's not that broad.
No. All right. Anyway.
And let me throw this idea out there. Magic isn't real. All of these things have a perfectly rational explanation.
So far, he's not wrong. But here's the thing. We all know it's real.
So,
He's not wrong.
Rationalize this.
Wow.
Ooh.
That de-escalated. All right.
I call you a name in English.
Oof.
Then I start rolling up my my sleeping bag, my bedroll that is on the floor. I'd like to make an insight check to see how bad you feel.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Oh yeah, that's a nat 1.
Yeah. What's the total?
might be 0. Hang on. Yep, it's a 0.
You're just like, you feel so bad. Look.
Oh, you
I'm just like,
you feel the worst. As like one of my shoes is still in the bed where I slept or something, like or the bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm like lying.
How many baskets do you
so-
have made, by the way?
I mean, I have a full stock basket. They're all just stacked up. I stack them and I strap them to my backpack.
Can you imagine this dwarf walking in with a backpack just strapped full of baskets into anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does it every day.
It's amazing.
All the day.
All the day, every day. Okay.
It makes him like 6 feet tall. That's how
I
he
want to
matches.
hate him for it. I really want to hate him for it. His baskets are awesome.
I know, they're so
And
good at carrying stuff.
Yeah, I'm super like loose with them. It probably like Valhorg's probably looking at it like, oh my gosh, the guy can make so much. But I'm just like, oh yeah, one silver or whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever you have. Like, we just sell it.
We could be millionaires.
I give them away to people all the time. I'm very stupid. I make like, as long as I make enough money to buy a meal, I just move on.
And this is like a constant point of contention between me and Valhoric because I'm like, look, he produces. What are you doing? Look at this guy.
Do not compare me. Do not compare my artistic genius to someone who can braid.
He produces, man.
Every holiday, you all get a package. It's nicely wrapped, and every single time, it's a basket.
In new fun shapes, they're wrapped every time.
Yeah,
It's the same basket.
it's the same basket.
Oh, here's another one from my friend Dal.
It's a basket.
Throw it on there.
You look behind, there's like 50 baskets behind you.
It's always the same basket. He's like, can I get that back?
Right.
He just re-gifts it.
He waits like
Tomorrow.
he waits like 6 months to go down the road. You forget you even have the basket. He takes it back and provides it again at Christmas.
After you throw them away because you're sick of getting baskets, I notice. Oh yeah, you lost your basket here. I made you another one. Even between holidays, I'm just handing them to you.
Here you go.
I know you like it. I know that it's one of your favorite possessions.
Yeah, like-
though.
The majority of my bag of holding is just baskets.
Checks out. You keep it up, you eventually turn to a basket of holding.
Hey.
Got him.
Alright, so you guys are just sort of chatting about baskets in your area.
I go into some weird nuanced explanation of how weaving one way is better and or worse than weaving another way. But they're all just nuts.
So, excuse me. While he's going off on this nuanced explanation, I'm just going to tap Mercury and like head towards the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish my drink, get up, pat Dowler on the shoulder, and
And then there's what's called the double Pendleton. So the Pendleton, it's twice the knots. It's very, very good for holding like
Yep.
fruit.
Uh-huh.
you know?
and like as I'm walking away, thinking that I'm adding to this conversation, it's just like, has anyone ever tried a triple? And then just walk away.
My mouth wide open, I drop.
Now that's magic right there.
You got him to stop talking about weaving for a second to think about a new knot.
Right. You
Just
guys,
having Pinota repeat, uh-huh, yeah. And I'm reading.
all right, so the two of you that are beginning to leave the party, where are you guys heading to?
Would I know?
Oh.
You know, would I know, or would I be able to find out easily who the top guy is here?
You could probably ask either a civilian or a guard, or
I
try to
could've
roll
probably
investigation.
told you to.
Yeah, or you could ask the person who's from here.
I wasn't gonna interrupt the thrilling conversation there.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also, asking for help isn't really our thing.
It's true.
Actually, once we get out of the room, I'm going to cast message. I'm going to cast message and send it to Colrad. Just, hey, who's the boss around here? Who's the guy we need to talk to? And where can I find him? And send.
Well, it's King Godefroy, and he's in the big castle. It's not that hard to miss.
Should have figured that. Thanks. Anyway, enjoy the basket talk.
I'll save you some.
Excellent. Dipping. Going to the castle.
King in the castle.
All right, you guys head to the castle. From where you are in sort of the docks and the port area to the castle is roughly about a 45-minute walk to get there. As you sort of walk up to the castle, it does have its own separate gates and walls to, again, another layer of defense just in case the city was overrun for whatever reason. On top, you do see there are, above the gate, 4 humans armed with crossbows. And you do see a couple of guards with swords and shields sort of down below at the bottom of the gate. One of the guards sort of looks over to you. What can I help you with?
We need audience with the king. Sooner than later, please.
Under what business?
Under business as defined by the king under the mountain.
You sort of see both of their attention sort of perk up a little bit. As they sort of stop and stare at you for a moment. You may enter the castle. Once you guys enter the castle, it is enormous. You guys do walk up, and there is a butler that sort of stands up front. Yes, I'm here. You're here to see the good lord, the good king. Yes.
That is correct.
Perfect. He's in the middle of a town meeting, but that should be over relatively soon, probably 5-10 minutes tops. If you wouldn't mind, please sitting here, and once the king is available, I will be able to take you there to have your audience with him.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you.
As this butler walks away, you see him sort of walk about 5-10 feet and then disappears. The time passes, and the butler sort of just poofs up out of nowhere, almost the same spot where he left you guys. Yes, please come. The king is ready to see you now.
Excellent.
Get up and
And-
follow.
I'll stand up and kind of brush off my armor.
Mhm.
And as I do that, I'm going to turn it into very nice, just looking very nice and professional and presentable to a king. The equivalent of a snappy, slim fit suit.
Okay. As you upgrade or update your armor, you guys both walk in. It is the large throne room. There is about 4 guards standing on each side of the throne. But you see the king, as well as what you would assume to be his wife, sitting next to him in a smaller throne chair. As you see what looks like to be a couple of farmers that are being ushered out by a couple of guards.
like in a negative sense, or like they're just
They sort of drag him out.
oh shit,
Not like dragging a body, but like against his will, he's being dragged.
or like he doesn't want to leave.
Right.
Yeah. Noted.
With a small bow. Good king, don't let us be interrupting anything. If you're not quite done, we can come back later.
He the guard sort of stops with the farmer, and he like turns around and he sort of waves him off. Throw him in the jail. Please approach.
Not gonna get involved there. Anyway, yes, good king. Is it Godfrey? Godfrey? I'm sorry. Not from this part of the world.
Godfrey.
Names and language. Godfrey, thank you so much. No disrespect meant there. I'm very sorry. My good king, Godfrey, me and my compatriot are sent here at the behest of the king under the mountain. We have business to speak with you, should you be willing to hear.
What does that half pint want now?
Kind of put my hands up to show I have nothing, reaching into my bag, pulling out the letter that had been given. Just he wrote it all quite clearly here. If you would care to take a quick read.
Yeah, he looks over to one of his guards and nods as the guard goes ahead, takes it, and looks it over once or twice, makes sure there's nothing wrong with it, no poison or anything like that, and begins to read it aloud. Right. Read it aloud as the king just sort of shakes his head. Really?
Yes.
And what does this king under the mountain have to offer for our aid?
At this time, not much. See, with the city having been taken, the vaults and just coffers in general have all been seized. So the king is really on the back foot here, mostly the reason that he's reaching out for help in this dire time. I'm sure that we can negotiate terms, and we can come to an agreement of help for goods or service for service. I've been given pretty much the authority to negotiate on his behalf within reason.
Before I can just unknowingly give my swords and my allegiance to this coward who hides in a mountain anytime he's called upon, I need to make sure that you are worthy. Are you more than just emissaries? Are you adventurers as well?
Yes. Adventurers that happen to, I don't know if you could say wrong place, right time, or right place, wrong time, if you understand. It was all very sudden how we came into the service of the King of the Mountain. So, if there's some sort of service that you need done, me and mine are... pardon. One of my compatriots made just the most drink earlier. It's starting to give me some issues. But should there be any sort of service that you would need of me and mine, perhaps terms can be reached there?
Yes, there is something that if you return to me, I may be able to allow my nation to help. Now, I will say it is no small task, but this is no small favor you're requesting without payment as well.
Completely agree. Before I can agree to it, however, I would need more information on what said task would be.
It would be retrieving 4 crystals and bringing them back.
I mean, you
Oh.
paint a pretty easy picture. It can't be that simple.
No. These crystals are in, to say the dire places, where many people have gone but not returned. We do
You wanna
have.
see if we're qualified first. I mean, this seems a little.
I mean, this is the qualification.
Mercury. He had my curiosity. Now he has my full attention.
We do know the location of these 4 crystals, but we don't know who resides there, or if anyone resides there. But most of them are located within temples and crypts of whatever used to live there.
What are these crystals for, Mike King?
That is for the elite of my magic to find out. But I mean, if
Looking
they're
at Mercury. Yeah,
I mean, it seems like our usual deal. Yeah.
exactly. All right, then. A deal has been. We do this for you. You assist the king under the mountain.
absolutely.
And by assist, we mean commit resources and troops.
Well, yes, of course. Whatever we can spare. We obviously don't want to leave the kingdom unguarded, but we can promise 450 guards, and the king has a place to call home if he requires one.
Sounds. All right. Then we have come to terms. If you would point us in the direction of the first crystal, then we can kind of work our way around from there. And just out of curiosity, is there a specific timeline that this needs to be done in? Like, are we on some sort of timer, or is this more of a as you can get them kind of thing? Obviously, we would do this before we would hold you to any sort of commitment to assisting us. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here as far as how this is going to be completed.
Yes, the troops and the refuge. Refuge can begin now, but the troops will not be delivered or sent to the city under the mountain until all 4 crystals have been brought back. So depending on how badly you need this, this king needs his home back, is how badly you'll have to return the crystals back home.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Your Highness. I believe that is everything that we needed at this point. Mercury, do you have any further questions, any statements?
Nope.
Excellent. Well, then, thank you for your time in the audience. And as we have more information, we will be sure to keep you informed. With another slight bow, kind of back up a couple paces and turn around and start to leave.
The king looks over. Would you like a map of where the crystals are located?
Stop, turn around, if
I'll
you
walk
have
up
one.
and.
Yeah.
Yes, the first one
There's a map.
is in the Arsenic Isles. If anyone's taking notes on this, let me know and I will continue to go.
Yeah.
Okay. In the Arsenic Isles, on one of the islands, there is a old stronghold. The king will, or the crystal should be there. Another one is in the Sunstone Desert. In the middle of the desert, there should be a forgotten and sunken populace, if you will, a city under the sands. The third one is on the Ruby Island. in the very bottom right corner, southeast of Barrel. Now, this one will probably be the most difficult one, as it is through the portal to the fire plane.
Wait, portal of fire plane?
Yes, plane of fire. And the last one is at Marble Falls. This one is the one that we know the least about. We don't know exactly where it is, but we know it's on that small grouping of islands somewhere.
Sorry, what was that one called again?
The Marble Falls, it's in the bottom right corner of the map,
Marble Falls.
to the right of Flint.
Nobody's to my right.
Wow. So that is the location of the 4 crystals. Do you have all that down, Malfoy?
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you.
To answer your question there, he did say that he did send people to it, but they have not returned.
Okay, so there's still people out actively searching for these things?
He sent people out before, but you don't know how long ago they were sent out.
Gotcha.
Whether they were sent out a long time ago and just never returned because they died, perished, whatever. But they have not returned back to the city. He didn't say any sort of time. He just said people were sent and not returned.
Your Majesty, would you say if the people you sent out searching for these came back with one first, and we came back with the rest, that would still qualify for our agreement to be met, as long as they're all brought back in some capacity?
That is correct.
Understood. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I think we're leaving now.
Yep.
Cool.
Let go.
All right. As you guys begin to leave, you guys, the queen sort of begins to mutter some stuff over to the king, and he just sort of nods his head. As you see a couple of halflings come running out in jester attires, and begin doing flips, cartwheels, all the crazy stuff that jesters do. As well as a bard will come out and start playing some music for these jests to dance to and perform to. You guys will exit the throne room and exit the castle. The guards sort of give you a nod of understanding, and you guys are able to roam the city as you please.
As we exit, the guards give a nod. I'm just gonna kind of brush off my armor again, and it's gonna go back to looking like regular armor.
They brush their arms as well.
And it's just like back to my leathers, as opposed to the nice suit. All right, head on back to the inn.
Yeah. That went surprisingly well. Like, we didn't really have to negotiate that hard at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop cold in my tracks. Did we get had?
No.
Like, I wanted to ask questions, but we're kind of not in a spot to ask questions. If he says he's gonna help, then we just kind of do the thing, right? Like, we're kind of over a barrel on this one.
Yeah, but like, we can't hold him accountable. Like, if we come back with the crystals, we're gonna be like, well, I mean, you said, but if he doesn't do it,
Well, if he doesn't do it, then we're tieflings. We'll just be like, ooh, tiefling magic, and he'll be like, oh no, I've been cursed. Like, we gotta play into the prejudice there, man.
yeah, I guess we do.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Maybe we should have done it there.
I think we should have set it up there. And I mean, if he's not gonna hold true to his end, maybe we talk this over with the rest of the group. Maybe somebody
Wait.
else will have an idea.
Wait. The Horic wait. They
Waiting.
say they don't know much about the fifth one.
I'm on to you. We just
Yes.
we just get one. We just
Yeah.
find one.
Yeah.
Boom.
We come back with it. We're like, look, we found one. Is there maybe like a little, we get a first installment out of them, and then we go for the second.
Boom. Handled. I love it when you get devious. It makes me so proud.
All right, let's go find those other.
Yeah. Do you think they're like in a square somewhere selling baskets? Do you think you probably drag Cal out to help him sell some baskets?
Well, how long has it been?
It's been 45 minutes just to get to the castle. You guys had to wait about 10 minutes to seek audience with the king. So we're probably looking at an hour and 10 minutes since you guys left the inn.
About an hour and 10 minutes. He could still be going on about weaving.
You want to just go back to the?
Well, let's just go back to the room.
All right.
All right, as this is all happening, how long does the conversation between the two of you about basket weaving go on before you guys do something else?
I don't know. How long are you gonna ramble for, Dell?
Cut me.
What?
Until you abruptly cut me off like usual.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like 5 minutes after they left.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's the overhanded diving knot. All right, I'm done.
Look, they're gone now. You don't have to say it anymore.
Calrad's probably smart enough that he's got them all memorized at this point. If he actually needed to weave a basket, he could do it in a pinch.
Then there's the overhanded diving knot. Yeah, the one that goes like this, and you just do it. And just like,
Yeah.
With the mage hand.
Right.
Shocking Pikachu.
Your
Mine.
third hand.
Yes.
Yep, my third and fourth hand. So you said you needed people to help you, though. Was that just about baskets, or are you talking about other people?
You said I needed help, but yeah, I
You
could.
said you needed help, and I said yes. There are many ways that you need help, but
Yeah, all right. Well, anywho, I think the prime selling time is over.
oh,
Once again, I've talked too much. But we
Yeah.
can go out and see if we can make a bit of coin.
I mean, we're stuck here. I can't really go to the courts, so
Imagine being an emissary isn't gonna pay all that well.
but it could be in a different way. I could get other things for being an emissary.
Yeah, that's how everybody starts off. But then you're like, wow, I'm gonna go to this meeting and it's gonna be great. And then you get in it, and then whoever you're talking to asks you for a favor, and they're like, we need you to go do this. And then 9 times out of 10, they're like, well, we sent people to do this already, but they haven't come back yet. And then you're like, well, what do I get out of it? And they kind of say nothing. And then you leave the meeting and you just feel like maybe you got taken a little bit. That's just my experience, though.
I mean, that sort of thing happens all the time. I used to tell people that all the time when I was an advisor. So, you know, it happens.
This is gonna suck.
So sometimes you just don't want to tell people that it's a dangerous thing that you're going to go do. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it, though.
Yeah, but that's I mean, these are the people we've chosen to travel with. You all wanted to be emissaries. Let's emissary away, I guess.
Oh, so now you're on board? That's great. Should I get, like, an item for you to, like, show that you're an emissary now?
No, that's okay. Thank you.
So you're just going to, like, travel with us then? Or, like, hang out?
Yeah, I mean, what else am I gonna do?
You're gonna be like-
groupie.
Be like
Sort
the
of.
silent bodyguard here?
Pretty much.
All right.
On the walk.
Why? Hey, Kara, why couldn't you go with them again? Are you some sort of trouble in this town?
Well, You know, there's something about my past which I haven't really told a lot of people about, and I guess since you're here, I can. We've been on the road together for a while. I guess I could tell you. I used to be an advisor to my brother. He's a king,
Mm.
and long story short, we had a disagreement, and I was exiled and made
Yep.
a fugitive. So I kind of don't really want to be seen around here, but you
Yep.
know, we need to help people. So here I am.
I mean, this is what I'm saying, friend. When you start accepting positions and get official with things, you say one wrong thing and you're banished. Nobody likes you, and it's
I know, and especially when it's your own brother that's kicking you out.
Yeah.
So
See, it's these positions and the government, it turns people against each other, and I don't like it.
but sometimes I think you just gotta, like, you know, turn the other cheek and just roll with the punches.
Now
Hey.
that I agree.
Of course.
Oh,
Uh-oh. There goes JBrews.
I am here.
Oh, weird.
okay, we're good.
I am here.
And we're back.
All right.
There we go. All right. I don't know.
So as you guys sort of hang out inside of the room, moments go by where Vahoric and Mercury return back to said room. It's about an hour. You know the trip from here, as you saw from the bird's eye view. The trip for the castle to here was a decently long one, so they're back pretty quickly. I guess it would actually be closer to 2 hours because it's 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back, plus the chat time. So relatively quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got some news.
Well,
Yeah, what happened?
Might have been a little too easily negotiated with. We kind of might have been screwed over, but
But
we have a plan to screw them back.
I throw
Boom.
Calrat aside glance.
Okay, so I had you guys go there so that you would not, because I figured I would get swindled, but you guys got swindled? Is that my
So
understanding?
basically, we're on a quest for 5 crystals that are in various locations that may or may not. Okay.
Let me guess. They have a group of people already out looking for them, but they've yet to return.
maybe.
I don't like the way you said that.
Mister, I don't
And-
believe in magic, and I
just-
weave
and-
baskets.
I've just
And
been
we're
here
not-
before.
And we're not getting anything for it other than their support.
We're getting their support. We have a place of refuge for the king.
Did you get any of this in writing?
We got a map.
Okay. Well,
Listen.
next time I'll come with you.
See, this is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna go.
I don't have a history with official stuff, okay? I punch a guy in the face and he does something for me. This is new.
He punches the guy in the face and he does something for me. This is how it works.
Okay. So I'm so that's my bad. I thought you
That
guys
was on
could.
you.
I misread the situation. That's my bad because I figured that you guys were actually professionals. My bad.
I mean,
Ooh.
if we were gonna throw blame, I'm glad you decided to take it.
Yeah. I was gonna put it there anyway. So
Yeah, I think we're all on the same
picked that up.
page.
All right.
of whose
Wait,
fault
here.
this is.
Check it out. Check it out.
What are we
If
going
he-
to get?
If he does screw us, if this king decides to backtrack on what he said, then Infernal Boys are gonna Infernal. That's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna be like, ooh, we're spooky and infernal. You messed up. Now you're cursed, and hope for the best.
Now, those are the tieflings I decided to travel. That is a plan I can get on board.
Okay, But also, another plan that we could all get on board with because it's great. They don't know a lot about one of them, so we just make a crystal up, dude. We come back, we give them the story, books and stories, right? And then they're like, wow, that's so cool, you brought us one. First installment. Then we ask them for more information, and that's all I got.
So we don't really know what we're getting, other than crystals.
No, he said 450 soldiers. I think that.
No. Like
I think
what
he
we're
said that.
actually supposed to go get to bring back. We don't actually know
I
anything
asked
other
him.
than crystals.
I asked him, I was like, so what do you know about this? And he's like, really not much, but we have a map of where they're supposed to be. And then he gave us a map that said where they're supposed to be.
Can I see the map?
Map it.
Yeah. Map presented.
All right, I'm gonna look over this map with all my intelligence and
What do your scholar eyes see?
my cartography skills. And
Yeah.
I just want to see if this thing's a fake, if it's real.
Yeah, roll a d20, add your
Dude,
proficiency
if it's fake,
bonus.
I'm marching right back in. If it's fake, he's getting infernal.
I have a 21.
21. It is a real map. You look at the map that you have and sort of match it up. Everything lines up correctly. The scaling's a little different, but that's not meaning that it's fake or anything like that. But all the locations are marked are where they where they should be.
And do I know anything about these said crystals? Just from what they've
Roll not from what they described. You can roll an Arcana check and see if you heard anything.
We didn't get a description.
We
Right.
were like, wow, he said yes, let's leave.
That checks out.
16?
16.
Did this really work?
Unfortunately, I mean, crystals can be used in all sorts of things, from
Yeah.
casting spells to just a collection for gems, more or less. So it's not really sure what the crystals are.
But I haven't heard of anything through reading about any of them. Okay.
Not with that, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Well, have I heard of any of the places that are on the map, like this ruin in the middle of the desert, or
Roll a history check.
Because I'm an archaeologist, so
And while he's looking over the map, I'm gonna be like, oh, in one of the places he said that we're gonna be like right next to a portal to the fire plane. If that rings any bells for you there.
the plane of fire. Okay, I haven't really dealt with a lot of planar stuff. I got a 23 on my history.
History 23. The ruins of the Forgotten City that is below the sands. Let me pull up that. Because that was actually a really hard roll, and I was not expecting you to roll so well. I mean, you guys are a lower level, right? Back up. I'll fight you.
I have a plus 5 in history, so it's like pretty high. It's pretty high.
It is the ruins of Rakund, R'(Kund). Mostly a race that's pretty much gone extinct at this point. They were rumored to be part snake, part human. Was the ones that were overall the main citizens of that city. But since the city almost disappeared overnight, still people aren't sure what happened to the city. But the city was a decent sized city. Sort of just disappeared overnight, and the race and the town hasn't been seen or anywhere since.
All right, I relay that.
Yeah, I mean, from the ones that were listed, the Sands one and the Arsenic Isles are the closest ones. if we wanted to go about this seriously. But the last one he mentioned, actually, it's the farthest one away. Maybe it's not even worth the fake hustle.
Yeah, I feel like based on where that one is and how far we would have to go just to get.
Yeah, that is sketchy. You know, it's starting to make more sense. I feel like we got taken advantage of.
The
I
two
feel
of
like
you are
got taken
from
advantage of,
Ruby Island, correct?
Oh,
Well,
Joe.
what if-
I'll ride
what if-
another side eye.
Yeah, I know. What if these are powerful things that we could use
Keep for ourselves.
ourselves? If we think that this is a sleight of hand in his realm, you know, why don't we just flip it back on? If they're anything important. I mean, they're obviously important, but
I like
if
that.
we can use
thought.
them.
I like where you're coming
So
from.
we are deciding that they're real now.
If they are, I don't know. This is obviously a real map. They're hidden in ancient things. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about those ancient ruins. So
Which one is going to be the easiest for us to get to from here?
Arsenic Isles or the Sands.
I think the desert, just because we don't have to go. But we do have free passage. That guy
We do
did
have
say
free
we had
passage.
free passage. So maybe the Arsenic Isles. Has anybody ever been there? I haven't been there.
I haven't done it.
I heard they're nice this time of year.
They don't sound nice.
Yeah. Arsenic's not a good name.
The two of you are from the Ruby Island, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you would know where the portal he was speaking of, the one that goes to the plane of fire, actually goes to one of the layers of hell. But the people who aren't from the island may not know. They just know they go somewhere hot and just assume the player fire. But as
Oh,
characters
so
from there, you guys would know that that probably is not the plane of fire. It's actually more likely the one of the layers of hell.
Oh, okay. Knowing that, would I be able to make like a history or like an arcana check or something to see if I know maybe a little bit more about the crystal that he's talking about? Like maybe he had his places wrong and that might jog some memories.
You can go ahead and roll a history check.
Can I assist him on that?
Sure. You can roll history or arcana, either one.
It's just like that story people used to tell. You know the one, right?
Yeah.
So my history check is a 6.
With advantage?
Oh,
Because I assisted you.
Yep.
sweet Jesus, thank you for advantage. That's a nat 20, so that brings us to a 22.
All right, with the 22, you haven't heard of a whole crystal, but you've heard of fragments of a crystal that has been shattered and spread across the globe in 4 different locations.
One piece. Okay.
But this gemstone, it is a bright purple crystal that is rumored to have, once put together, has extreme magical properties. No one knows what the magical properties are because no one in this lifetime has seen the crystal put together.
Oh, yeah.
But the
So-
last known person was a higher demon on the 8th level of hell. And it was in his personal vault.
Fun.
Or so that's how the story goes.
Yeah, so I'm going to retell this story a little bit. So, I think the king might have had his facts a little jumbled. If it's over there by that gate, he said fire plane. I wasn't paying attention. Thinking about it now, that's not a gate to the fire plane at all. It's a gate to hell. To one of the levels of hell. So if that's what he's talking about, there's a story about one gem that has been fractured because it was way too strong. So people just broke it up like, nah, this doesn't need to be a thing, and scattered it across the world. one of those gems, like one of the fragments, happens to be in a higher demon's vault on the 8th level of hell. At least that's how I've heard the story.
Okay, I think we did get swindled here.
Yeah, should we go talk to him again? If I roll back in there and be like, my demon sense says you're fucking with me,
Well,
then
let's leave it on the back burner. I don't want to burn our only bridges at the moment. Maybe we go find other people, and then maybe if we're in the area, we check it out.
okay,
Because I want to see these ruins at least.
right, and
Another
like
thing.
the adventure sounds awesome. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say, 8th level of hell, demon vault. That doesn't sound like we're coming back from that if we try to do that.
I mean, if we're prepared, we might be able to.
I like your attitude. God damn it. That sounds like adventure and a half.
Aren't you trying to write a book or something?
I am. I'm also just trying not to be dead. But
I
that
mean-
sounds awesome.
But like, if you're not risking your life, then you're probably not living, right?
Do
Hey,
we have to go to the 8th level of hell, though? Like, there's more than one of these shards, right? I mean, if we find one, we'll get more answers.
There's 4 total.
Right.
So at some point to get these shards, we would need to go get that one from the vault.
We don't even have one shard. Like, we don't even know what any of this stuff is.
Yeah.
Right.
But real quick though, to bring it back around to the thing that we had said earlier, maybe we keep them for ourselves. If we can get all 4 shards, we don't even turn it into this guy. We just keep it because it's supposed to be some immensely powerful magic thing.
Okay, so we obviously don't trust him. I don't trust him, and I'm human, so it's like whatever. Was there anything that he did to you while you guys, were there? That
They
kinda,
threw a farmer in jail. I did think that was weird.
That was a little intense. I didn't hear the conversation before, but just the fact is like, throw him in jail.
I mean, they had them walk out as we were walking. That wasn't part of the...
was he like display? Was it like a display of power, maybe, or something?
Maybe could have been trying to put the fear of the throne in us, but like
It did seem odd.
it just seemed more shitty than anything.
And maybe the farmer did something. I don't know. We didn't...
Yeah, the farmer could be an awful person. Farmer could have like murdered his family and sold them as turnips. Like, I don't know.
I don't know if that's how turnips work, but okay.
You're right. He would have sold them as beets because that would have matched the color, like blood
Sure.
for beet juice. There we go. That's a better story.
Could have just baked him into a pie, for all we know. So,
That's dumb. Who would do that? That's not real.
I don't know. I
That's
heard
not
it in a
viable.
story. I heard it in a story.
Your
so,
stories suck.
Apparently, I read them all the time. So.
Stop reading your authors. Start reading me.
But yeah, I still stand by. If we find one, we can make better decisions moving forward about the others, or if there are others, or if there's even one to begin with.
Right. And then we make decisions from there. I like that.
Yeah. So whatever the easiest, safest, closest option is, I think we should do that first.
Well,
So,
do you want to go to a
arsenic.
desert or islands of arsenic?
I vote Arsenic Island.
I mean, we do have a free taxi service. Might as well use it, right?
I mean, free stuff. So.
Free stuff is free stuff, and I'm going to cash in on that one way or another. So if we can get free there and back, easy mode. Dal, what are you thinking?
Sorry, where are we going? I look up from.
He was daydreaming about a triple or whatever.
Pendleton. A triple Pendleton. Pay attention. None of you ever pay attention to what I'm saying. Why would I pay attention to what you're saying? We're going to go get some magic weapon. Rawr. Yeah, okay, whatever. Emissaries. Let's go.
Emissaries, assemble!
Look
Alright.
down. Maybe we'll find like a magic, not magic. Sorry, wrong word. Special knot for your baskets on the way there.
Maybe. Listen, did we ever figure out what the leader of the town here wanted with these so-called crystals?
No, he actually played that one really close to the chest.
Yeah, see, it's a problem I'm having.
So that's why if we find them, we just keep them for ourselves. Because with all this nonsense going about, we're looking for things that'll help us in this fight. If these gems, if you put them together and they're as beefy as the story says, easy.
Yeah, but let's say we do that. Now we've just made an enemy.
Okay, we have this gem.
Okay.
Come get me.
Yeah. But now we have the gem,
Uh-huh.
and not only are we fighting whatever it is that took the city under the mountain, now we're fighting this entire city of humans, too.
Yeah, but word would word really travel that fast?
Would word of some powerful weapon travel fast? Yeah, probably.
But if we are using it at the mountain by the time that the other army rolls up, we should be done with the mountain. We should be good there. And then we were just like, boom, there we go.
I say we not worry about crossing a bridge until we find that we need to.
I'm just saying, I will continually point out how accepting these positions of emissary put us in stickier situations than we ought to be in.
Okay, well, it was a means to an end at this point. I'm just gonna have to let it roll.
I will. Where are we going?
Arsenic Isles. Arsenic Isles.
Yeah.
Arsenic Isle. Do you know if they have any good baskets there?
I'm sure they have plenty of baskets.
I don't keep up
Damn.
on baskets quarterly.
I mean, we're going to
no
places that are remnants of like old civilizations. You might find old civilizations notes on how to make a new quad Pendleton.
All right, that's. I feel like you're making fun of me now. just starting now. Before everything has been very serious.
Okay,
about-
that one was a joke, I will say. But normally, I'm very interested.
What if there's like a Penta Pendleton? Would that?
Or what if you found a way to do like an underhanded trucker hitch dive?
Just look that up.
No,
Well, this would
I'm
be-
just putting
would be
not
interesting.
titles together.
And thank you for not assuming that just more Pendletons is better. Horick. Finally.
Yeah, but like a
somebody
deck
gets
of
what I'm
Pendleton.
talking about.
But like a deck of Pendleton, though.
Ow. My family for generations have been basket weavers,
Oh gosh.
and
Not
you
this story again.
you are getting me to consider quitting.
Good.
It's
Maybe.
easy to get you to quit.
No, it's not that easy. That's just how annoying you are.
I will say, with all this information come to light, Kyrad, go ahead and roll a Arcana or History for the crystal fragments.
That is a 21. Arcana.
Arcana.
Or history.
You have
They're
heard,
about the same.
after the story being told to you, it sort of jogged your memory, as these are the fragments of Serapis.
Oh, the fragments of Serapis.
The fragments were split roughly about 800 to 900 years ago. Different books you read have given a different date of when they were split, but all the stories are the same. That the Serapis, the gem of Serapis, is a extremely powerful weapon that caused the desert to change from the desert that it is now, from a luscious forest that it was prior.
So it's a terraforming type thing. Okay. Why would a king? All right, I'll relay the name and stuff. Just be like, this is probably something we don't want the wrong people to get their hands on. If that makes sense.
I mean, define bad people or wrong people?
People that are going to use it for means, I guess us. Let's keep it out of everybody's hands. It belongs in a museum at this point. No, I'm just kidding. I just,
What about my hands?
it's said that this gem caused a whole luscious forest to be turned into a desert. Like it's pretty devastating to not only the people that live there, but the ecosystem and all that stuff too.
And I completely agree. That's awful. That's some crap. But we were worried about what happens if we get this, and then the king here gets all uppity because we didn't bring it in, and then he comes after us. If we have that, we're just like, Hell, if we wanted to, we could just be like, there's no more ocean.
Is that really gonna help?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a good example.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we have all the power in the world at that point. What do we have to fear?
Ourselves?
That's a deep.
I mean, power corrupts. I of all people have seen that. So I don't think we should give this to anybody. I think we should collect it and maybe send it off into a pocket dimension, and so it's never used ever again. I think it's our job to get this and make sure that nothing happens.
So, from what you remember of all this stuff, how long has it been since it fragmented? Was it mentioned?
I mean, scholars are kind of they're at odds about it. It's about 800, 900 years ish. It's up in there. So
Would we say that these fragments being separated has been effective so far?
I see what you're doing,
Yeah,
but there are people looking for them.
fair. Also, haven't found them.
Yeah, that's true. But eventually, people like us will go out there and find them. And if it's somebody that's not on our terms of being our morals, you know? What
Yeah.
if
I
if
agree. We are a moral superiority kind of issue. No one else is
On many.
I mean,
higher sound.
obviously, we're trying to help the dwarven people for almost nothing. I say that's pretty high moral grounds.
I mean, that was also your call. I asked for land and title. I feel like that's a pretty good payment. You're just like, I would like a library card. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess I'll be the moral compass. I don't care. It's just this seems like, you know, I don't like when power's abused. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel it. Now, what if it came down to you now have the power to live forever?
I mean, I would take that, obviously, right?
I think we would all take that, obviously, right? Like, well, maybe not Dow, because he doesn't believe in magic. So right now, I'm convinced he thinks we're just looking for shiny stones that happen to be in hell.
Yeah.
Is that not an accurate description of what
I mean, yes, but god damn it. You know what? I know how to make him believe in magic. Super tangent here. I know how to make him believe in magic. We take him to like the first level of hell, right? So it's not super sketch, it's just like a little sketch.
I've been to the level of hell.
Alright, then we
Not
take
that
him to the
big a
second
deal.
level of hell. And then when he's like, oh no,
Are
how
you
did we get out of
suggesting
here?
somehow that places are magic?
How would we get there?
How do
There's
you
a-
get anywhere? Are ships magic now? Is your cart magic? Is your mount magic?
Explain the
Ooh.
portal between dimensions.
I walk over to the door, and I open it, and I walk through it.
What
And I go,
creates
"Ooh,
the door? What creates the door between dimensions?
what creates the door between this room and that room? They're just places. You just go there.
Somebody built it.
Yeah, somebody built it.
Who built it?
I don't know. If I build the door, am I a magician then?
No, you're an architect. But
So-
building a
architect.
magic
Technically, you might be a carpenter. If it's
door. Also,
made,
yeah.
or
yes.
stonemason. If it's made of stone. Anyway, go
So,
back to.
okay, think of it this way. We're talking about doors. You could be a carpenter. You can be
Uh-huh.
a stonemason.
Mhm.
You can be a metalsmith.
Okay.
Whatever this thing's getting built out of. If you're trying to build a door between dimensions, you're a magician of some sort.
Okay. Then we are in agreement that magic doesn't exist.
I don't know how you just got there. I made a very valid point.
It's
And you
very,
chose-
very simple. If this door, the door that the metalworker makes, if the door that the stoneworker makes, if the door that the carpenter makes is the exact same as the door between dimensions, then therefore those are all the same thing. So either me walking through this door is magic,
I'm
or
just
magic doesn't
like-
exist. Either way, booed.
All I hear from you right now is USA, USA, USA.
I don't know where that is. But... No, okay. Balork, I've tried. I've tried everything. Okay, I've tried it all. He doesn't believe.
I just don't understand why you think that going from one place to another is magic.
From one world of existence to another
He
world
doesn't-
of existence.
He doesn't see it that way though. That's
They're
the
both
problem.
just places. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're places if you super kindergarten boil them down.
Yeah.
I think we've just made progress in
You want,
understanding.
you want to prove that magic exists? Get these crystals. Summon them to me right now.
That's not how magic works. Okay?
If magic doesn't work that way, then why does it exist? How is it even magic?
Magic. Bring me these crystals that are immensely powerful and can
Yes.
kill everything.
Okay,
Exactly.
I could probably show you magic, but it's probably also going to get us all killed. And I pull out the deck. I pull out the deck. I say, this deck right here is magic. And if you really need to see it, if you really need to be proved that magic is real, I can show you some magic.
Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Hold
Hype him
on.
up, chat. Hype him up, chat. Hype him up, chat. Let's go.
Bruce had to take a lap.
He probably has to go get a deck of cards.
I've been waiting for this for like, I don't want to say so long, but
It's like a week.
if I found those cards, it would have happened that day.
It's probably gonna kill me. That's probably what's gonna happen. So
If you draw a card and you just die,
no, it's
like-
gonna be like I fight something or I just become an idiot. So it's like
I like Cal. Cal is a fun character, but if you die to prove magic, I say point proven and for the cause.
I still don't think it would work.
He's like,
I don't
he had a heart attack.
You think that my best friend dying in front of me is gonna get me to believe in magic? You think that's gonna end well?
It makes him a martyr for anti-magic at this point.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go on a crusade to kill anything that claims it is.
Oh my god. Okay. So you're pulling from it? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
I'm trying to think if I want to actually, because it's a full deck, so it could just fuck me over.
that's true.
So, because there's a lot of bad cards in the full deck. Whatever. Let's do it. Fuck it.
Ooh.
Oh no.
All right, you pull.
Don't.
How many cards are you intending to draw?
One for each of us. One for each of us. One for each of us.
Well, each
No.
person would have to pull their own if you want the perk to happen to
I'm
you.
just pulling one. It's just a show of.
Just one.
It's just a show. So
All right. Good vibes only, chat. Let's go.
What is it gonna be? Am I gonna die immediately?
Let's see here.
Infinite riches.
There's 1 and
Infinite
22.
Riches.
Can you?
Do you want me to just pull a card? I have a card generator.
Oh yeah. Do you have all those? Just those ones?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and just pull a card then.
Money. 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 Money.
Alright, so I need to take out everything but the... Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
then-
Make sure you have the jokers in there.
Yep.
Wolvia just asked, you jokers have a deck of many things? Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Us
we do.
jokers have a deck of many things with jokers in it.
Have all the many things.
Oh my god.
I'm so nervous.
You don't have the right to be nervous. You don't
I pulled the Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts.
Too hard.
The
to
Fates.
see, that's one.
Doesn't even help.
The Fates.
Uh,
So, reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use this card as soon as you draw the card or any time before you die.
so it just has a card that's like, okay. I can
It's an
make things
undo
never-
button.
All right. Cool. I just hold it.
He hold a card from this deck.
Whoa.
Yep.
Magic.
So guys, I don't think this card's actually gonna help him understand magic. So I'm just
But
gonna.
it can help all of us immensely.
But it can help us right now.
You want me to just what? Like make it so that the thing never broke? We never talked to this guy. The people never took over the. Okay, I got it.
I got there.
All right.
You get the...
All right. How does that help us though?
So
If I undo that, let's just go through the line. If I undo the fact that this place got taken over, right?
Mhm.
We don't get anything.
You're thinking you're thinking two timeline here. You're going all the way to the beginning of that event, right?
Isn't that what it does?
So
It raises-
if you go to where we were hired to fix the situation, if you go to that point and then whoop that event out of there from then,
I don't think
then
that
we fixed it. We still get paid. You get your library, I get my land and title, Dal gets whatever the hell he was wanting, and Mercury gets to stop being like sneaky about what he wants.
I don't think if we.
I don't
erase
think
that
that's
from
how-
happening-
I don't think that's how this card works. It literally just gets rid of it, so the event never happens. So we don't need to be hired at all. That's
Yeah, then we're not emissaries.
Then
It's just the city under the mountain is good, and we are still here in this bar, and I still don't believe it.
right.
Then one
That's-
step further, one step beyond that, do we know where the gem was shattered?
800 years ago.
Do we know where it was shattered?
I don't know.
I don't think the gem needs to be unshattered.
Because if we unshatter it,
Then it would be right in front of us.
Okay, this thing was shattered for a reason. So if we unshatter it, is gonna fuck shit up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm holding onto this card for when we truly need it. Okay, I'm putting it in my pocket. I'll just draw another one. It'll be fine. Everything's
it.
gonna be fine.
let me do it. Let me do it.
No, I'm
Let me do
drawing.
it.
This is
No,
my
come on.
deck.
Come on, just one.
I thought you were approving magic to me. Are you guys just talking about a story you're writing? I'm confused.
Okay, hold on.
Let me do it. Let me do it. Come on.
I draw another one, and then I give the deck to, and I hold the deck out for him.
And
Um,
also draw one.
Wait, so
I
it's
drew.
three
okay,
total?
I drew the Queen of Hearts, and you drew the Queen of Diamonds. Shit.
I'll walk up
Yeah,
and grab one
Queen
of
of
the.
Diamonds is Moon, which you get D3 rolls of Wish.
I walk up and grab a card and I go, ooh, magic.
Oh god. Oh my god. I get a rare magic item or rare magic weapon. He gets D3 rolls of Wish, and he pulled the Queen of Hearts, no, the King of Hearts, which is the throne. So
I'm getting it.
so you're just a king now.
Whoa, magic. I have a home.
That was just given to you.
No, I've had this. It's been in my family for generations. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so fucking over this guy.
I can't believe you got Wish D3 times.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's so dangerous that you're the one with the wishes.
It's D.
No, it's a D3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a D3. I got a 6, so that would be. Sorry for the confusion there.
Holy crap.
We got 3 wishes, y'all.
None of this is proof magic to me.
So I'm proficient with quarterstaff, dart, dagger, light crossbow, and sling. All right, and I've used this thing 4 times, 3 times, 4 times. Yep. So
That Fates card, the more I think about it, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Card?
man. Glasses back on to play it cool.
I mean, I could make it so that the raids were never forged, so that there's no raids. I guess.
You could
Wait,
I thought
wait,
you were going to make it so.
you
But
could wait for one of us to die eventually and just like, nope.
Yeah, I know. That's like. All right. What is
Ooh,
this?
magic.
Yeah, a card literally just turned into a wand. I don't know if that helps you.
Well,
Wand of Wonder. Okay.
This game just got nutty.
Well, don't worry. There's.
So when you get the keep from the card, like it just like suddenly you're like, yes, I've always had this, like, and it's just like known, or like how does that translate?
He knows that there's a monster. Yeah, he knows that there's a monster in it, and it was taken from him, and all that. It just rewrites
Okay.
reality.
So it's just understood. It's not like, oh, I suddenly know I have. It's like, no, I've always known this. Okay. Cool.
Haha, thanks, Canadian.
Nope.
We shouldn't abuse this. I was just trying to prove a point, and it got out of hand.
You guys got 4 pretty good to decent ones. I don't want to be the guy to get the bad ones.
You're gonna get the one that's like your conscience is zipped to hell and is now stored in a gem.
Yep, and we have to go save him.
Well, now you gotta go save.
I gotta go save Mercury.
Well, we have to go to hell anyways, so.
So I mean, like 2 birds.
Kind of forces at hand.
do it for the book.
Holy moly. There's a lot of spells in this Wand of Wonder.
Yes, you roll a D100.
I know.
It's.
Is there a chance to become a potted plant?
Stream of gold, leaves. An object of the GM's choice disappears into the ethereal plane.
You cast Fireball centered on yourself.
Yep. That one's fun.
Yeah, Wolby just made a good point. Since we're up here just yelling about this, does anybody hear this downstairs? They're like, what the hell?
I mean,
is
you just
going
hear people. I mean, at this point, the door is shut and everything, and you guys are having you guys are yelling a little bit about it. But I mean, I don't think people are going to be. They probably hear a muffled yelling conversation, but not necessarily of what is taking place, unless someone's absolutely paying attention for the purpose of eavesdropping on you guys.
Oh.
I will put the deck away
Okay.
and be very scared of it from now on, because it's not going to get any better than what we have right now. It's only going to get worse.
It really is only going to get worse. And you made sure to mark off what cards are missing now?
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, you have a undo button ready at your disposal. Jake, thanks so much for the follow. If you're still here, friend. Well, that was exciting and wonderful all in the same breath.
Freaking insanity.
Yeah. I think this is a good spot as any as we're sort of updating character sheets to take our leave for today, end the show there.
And we leveled, oh my god.
Actually,
Did we level by pulling cards?
Sheer luck.
no, you guys did not pull the card that gives you 50,000 experience and a wondrous item.
Yeah, that was. It was probably next. So it probably would have been Merc that got that one.
Yeah, for sure.
50,000 experience, and he's like, hey, what's up? I'm level 10 now.
No, I probably would have drew the one that's like, you immediately stop existing.
Your
You just
soul
no
is
longer-
taken to and put into a crystal and submitted or in floating animation stuck somewhere.
All memory and evidence of your existence is gone. You never existed.
I'd be sad.
I don't mind reading characters.
I'd be sad, but like, I wouldn't be sad because I wouldn't remember that was a thing.
Right.
Which
It would
is
literally just be, it was always a party of 3. That's it.
that's kind of more terrifying than anything.
I'm still confused, Val. Like, how does this prove the magic exists?
You don't see the wand that turned into a card, or a card that
Cal,
turned into a wand.
you have so much shit. I can't keep track of it all.
Yeah, I know.
Each of you gain 150 experience for the shadow encounter.
Wait, are you really wishing us to be level 4? Is that what you did?
No, I'm making jokes. I wish.
I am the kind of DM as well. Mostly the wish spell is used for other spells, but depending on what you guys wish for, I may allow other stuff as well.
Okay. So use wish like to cast other types of spells.
So typically, wish spell is used. You can cast any other 9th level spell or any other spell you want to as a 9th level spell. But it also says in there, depending on your DM, you may use your wish spell for other stuff. I'm the kind of DM that will allow it, but you have to make sure to word it very specific. It's like working with the genie. It's like, I want to be out of the situation, and you teleport to the plane of fire because you're out of this situation.
I'm for it. So we have to be hyper specific.
Yes. Just like if you were working with the genie.
And you said 150 XP?
Yes, 150 XP, and
Dal is still confused
Yes.
as to why we're sitting here. I don't understand. How does this prove magic again?
It was supposed to prove magic, but all the stuff that came into effect was weird time stuff.
Like, you just have a couple of cards, or
Yeah,
are
Dal,
you trying the sleight of hand thing again? I've seen you do
Dal,
that. That's not.
just don't worry about it.
Well, then I want to hear it from each of you. Magic doesn't exist. I want to hear it.
Not what I'm saying in the least.
I literally
You need
cannot
to say
say
it.
that because I
have to
do
say
it
it.
all the time.
Well, you gotta prove it to me.
I'm on Dal's side. Magic doesn't.
at this point,
There's one.
he's like, I'd like to leave my cleric order and just become a fighter.
No. My deity is not magic.
Yeah,
It just lends me her aid.
exactly. Deity is it's just another being that exists. It's just a thing. It's like saying that I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm magic.
So,
Yeah.
Dowren, besides your non-belief in magic, where can we show support for this this stream?
Well, this stream, you can support it by tuning in whenever JBrews goes live. Now, if you want to know, like, when does JBrews go live, you could check down the schedule, or you could follow. Boom. And then you're going to get an email and notification every time he goes live. You can tune in next week. We're going to figure out if magic exists or not. Doesn't, so spoiler alert.
I'm going to use a wish to convince him it's real.
What was that?
I'm going to use a wish to convince him it's real next week.
There we go. That's what I was trying to goad you into. Now you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh, I'll just undo it. No.
Oh, just
I used the wish to undo the fact that I used the wish, but that keep his memories intact.
Nope. It undoes it.
Damn it.
It would
the
just be that 5-minute section of you guys exchanging your spells.
Yep.
It's just a blank section for Dal.
it's just
Yeah.
just what happened, right?
You can also subscribe to the channel. You can do that paying your hard-earned cash right there. Boom, $4.99. Or if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Twitch Prime, that's a free sub. But make sure to come back every month and renew that. Oh, finally, I forgot about the merch. T-shirt, coffee mug with the JBrews logo on them. I bought one. I drink coffee out of it most mornings.
So you don't have a camera to prove it right now, so how do we know?
Exactly.
Just like magic.
Unacceptable.
And last but not least, where can they go to see past episodes of this and future once spells are casted?
Yeah, you can go to youtube.com/JBrews to catch up on anything that you've missed. These episodes go up on Wednesdays, and the other stuff that we do on Thursdays goes up on Monday. So check them out. Get caught up if you need to.
Yeah. There will not be a Starfinder uploaded this Monday because I had a migraine and I was like, blah. So we did not get to play, unfortunately, but this will be uploaded earlier or going into next week. So make sure to catch up on it. Other than that, thanks so much. Ian, go ahead and do yourself a little shout out. Where can people catch you when you're not fooling around being Bahoric?
Hi, my name's Ian. You might know me from such programs as this one right now, where I play Valoric Silkmoon. When I'm not playing a bard and getting into shenanigans and drawing a card from the deck of many things, it gives me a wish 3 times. You can find me over on twitch.tv/IanPluck, mostly playing Teamfight Tactics in the good old League of Legends world. Other things over there would include sometimes I play music, sometimes I play some GTA, sometimes I play a lot of stuff. So come on through, let me know, say hey, drop a follow, and come on back over here and tell them, hey, I did that. Everybody knows you're a good person.
Yeah, and I think he has a YouTube channel too. I think he does the YouTubes.
I do. I don't have my link readily available because I don't have my own specific URL because I don't have enough subscribers over there. But let me see if I can find it real quick.
If you
Keep
find
doing the
it,
rest of
go
your
ahead and
day.
put it in the chat. everyone go follow him because he's awesome. Go subscribe to him on his YouTube. Go do the things. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week as we figure out how magic does or does not exist and deck of many things. And we'll see you next Saturday.